sees this strange-looking griffin that is wearing a hat and shakes his head and says, "That is indeed a sad-looking griffin."
I know. Oh, it's horrible. I do want a picture of this griffin.
I know. I wish I could. I mean, I guess I could plug it into one of those AI generators. And...
I tried that actually last session, and I wasn't
yeah.
getting any. Yeah,
You
I
weren't
kept
getting
getting
anything
like
very
I
impressive.
was getting like glowing eyes and shit, and I'm like, no, I want like Mick Jagger sunken in face, like I'm dead, kind of.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite get that.
Yeah, it didn't get what you were going for.
Uh-oh.
Have to pay somebody do a commission.
Yeah.
I wish I had enough disposable income to justify being able to just commission weird shit like that.
I learned an interesting thing about AI art is that it can't make a full glass of wine.
Really?
Because there's no pictures of full glasses of wine that exist.
Huh.
Yeah. I haven't tested it, but that's what I was told. By a reputable YouTuber. Anywho.
Okay. I learned the hack for if you don't want your Google image search to be full of a bunch of AI shit is you go into the date ranges and you set it, give me an image before 2022.
Oh.
And then it will actually give you like
non-AI.
Non-AI stuff, yeah.
Lol.
It's crazy.
I can't remember who was I watching that was showing. Anyway, he was like saying you go in and you type in like a peacock, like I want a picture of a peacock, and then like over half of the images are AI.
Right.
Like, I just want to see a real peacock.
Right.
If you want to see a real peacock, you should come to my route. There's literally like sits that just free roam on one of my streets that I deliver.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What it was is the owner of them, or the guy that had them, died, and animal they basically got out in between, and no one's called animal control.
They're just living
like,
their
go
best
get
life.
them. They're just just like free roaming in the neighborhood, and like all the neighbors are like cool with it. So it was it's just funny.
It's the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see them all the time. They're fucking loud. They scare the shit out of me sometimes because I'll be like getting out my vehicle and I'm like, oh fuck. Standing like right next to my vehicle. All right.
Nope, Matt's here.
Nice,
Matt, so far the only thing you missed is they decided to take a boat to get to this island.
Okay. That's fine.
They paid someone, and they have your dragon skeleton still disguised as a griffin.
Yeah, it's still a griffin.
It was part of the cover story for why they're going there. They said this sad griffin, we're trying to find a flower that will make it happy.
Flower on the island to make it happy.
Yeah, and the captain got a wistful look in his eye and said,
"Oh yeah,
I gotta help that griffin. I remember I used to love watching the griffins fly as a youth."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I give eFoot a pat on the head and a gold star for a good job.
Yeah, and then I also wrote a letter to Amarcia, and Amarcia is probably going to be really upset with you, so, whatever.
That's fine. Yeah, so we just got on the boat?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay, has there been a murder yet?
No.
No, but I'm glad you mentioned it because
I'll go murder somebody in the night mysteriously.
Okay. Well, the good news is you're not going to have to stay on the boat for an overnight.
Mm.
The
Short
captain
trip.
thinks that he'll be able to get you guys to that island by the end of the day. You guys left before the sun even before sunrise even happened.
Mhm.
So he
Um,
doesn't want a murder mystery?
yeah, he does not want a murder mystery, and that's his way of avoiding it. Is he's like, well, I'll just get these adventurers off before
No night.
night happens, and
Yeah.
maybe then there won't be one.
It's
All
like
right, suit yourself.
all the
Yeah.
That's what makes boat
pathfinding,
rides interesting.
all the path riding like
You would
people
also
like
make boat
shipwrights
rides
and all
interesting.
them. All the captains are just
Whirlpools.
like, yeah, we gotta do our voyages in one before one night happens because
Only
it's
when
like the
there's
whole
adventurers on their boat.
on the boat. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like the yeah like the
I swore to
curse.
never take
Yeah.
adventures on my boat
Curse.
again, because every
Yeah.
fucking time I do a murder mystery happens.
Yeah, it's just like the curse of
But
adventuring parties
the
of with
Pathfinder
boats.
launch captain said it won't happen this time. Just trust me, bro.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna give this one more shot.
Yeah,
Alright.
exactly.
Next time I have the opportunity, I'm gonna put you guys on a boat and give you a map and everything, and then nothing is gonna happen.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Make a whole campaign where you're on the boat the whole time.
Oh, you know what? And I'll stuff the
I
boat with a
played
bunch
that
of
campaign.
statues
It's called Skull and Shackles.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Maybe I can run that next. I don't know.
I wouldn't mind playing that one actually. I
Pirate.
kind of wanna. Yeah. I kind of wanna.
I'd have to change book one, I feel like, a little bit, but if I ran it
Oh, you don't like.
from experience.
Yeah.
If you run it completely as written, like some people are gonna die, like guaranteed.
I'm okay with that.
That's how I felt with like I ran Matt and Drew through Giant Slayer, the like first two
Yeah, a
books.
little bit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that one's brutal
and
too.
I was like the first book literally you just have orcs like with full battle axes just coming with like crazy
Yeah,
like
you're like
damage.
level one, and the
You're
person
like
who wrote it didn't actually like fully think about the fact that orcs have ferocity.
yeah,
So they all have
and they have
effectively 20 hit points because ferocity does not
points.
have a downside for him. Being staggered
Yeah,
when you only have one attack anyway doesn't matter that much.
yeah, and their weapons are doing like 1d12 damage plus strength.
Yeah.
And it's like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to change this up a little
I
bit.
think they also throw like a ton of encounters at you in a row.
Yeah. It's well, you're basically defending the city from a like invasion.
Yeah, so you don't have like time to rest between
Yeah,
fights.
Well,
because...
straight up assassination also happens. Like,
Oh yeah,
while
they
you
try
all
to
Yeah.
murder you in your
separated.
sleep.
Yeah.
The very
Yeah.
first encounter is somebody tries to assassinate you in your sleep.
Yeah.
yeah,
Man,
Great
what a
book.
great AP.
Yeah.
yeah. And then you get like a god weapon, like book 2, but
Yeah, they give you the hammer of whatever, like really
Mendistrol.
early. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just I was like, okay, this is definitely instant death if I choose to let it happen.
All right, so
So
yeah,
we're traveling.
Alright.
you're traveling. So the sun's like setting, and he says we'll probably get there a little after sunset. But we are on pace to make it there, I think.
Okay.
And so yeah, eventually he gets there. It's fortunately like a even though it's October, it's not too it's clear enough out that he can, and there's enough like moonlight and starlight to like make out the island, at least where it's at.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't go in too close. He says we'll have to get there with a rowboat.
Oh, okay. I don't know
Alright.
how this griffin is gonna fit on this rowboat.
We can take 2 rowboats.
Okay.
Well, maybe one of you will have to ride with the griffin, and then the rest will be on the other rowboat. and I'll go over with you, and then I'll just tie the boats together and row them both back out.
Oh, okay. Oh, sure.
And then you said I don't need to wait for you. I can just continue on.
I think, yeah. Yeah. Once we make this griffin happy, the griffin can fly.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he lowers down the two boats in there, and yeah,
Mhm.
somebody has to row with the griffin in there.
Okay.
I'm assuming Shazra is going to go with the griffin since it
I
says
would
griffin, but
imagine so.
Yep.
quote unquote griffin.
I mean, it could just swim.
Also, he's realistically the only one that can really ride with the griffin without getting burnt.
I suppose.
I don't know. Can it suppress its fire aura?
I don't know.
I don't
It doesn't. It doesn't
think
say
so
that
because they
in the
don't have
burning skeleton template.
intelligence, right? So they. I don't know
I
if
think
you
it's
can
just
command
constantly
it to.
burning.
Yeah.
The dude's boat's just charred.
Well, fortunately, it's only a D6, so most items aren't going to be affected by it.
Yeah.
Because it
Yeah.
won't actually burn enough to damage the hardness.
Yeah.
Especially considering that, like,
You're on sea, so it's gonna have the moisture.
yeah, like especially the rowboat in particular is going to be very,
Yeah.
very wet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, you guys rowing in the dark. You do get onto this island, which is, like I said, it's kind of part of this chain that the Jagged Reach is part of, like kind of north of the Jagged Reach. So yeah, he pulls it up onto the beach, and you guys disembark.
Okay.
And he says, "Well, good luck. I hope you find the Griffin's flower."
Me too.
Yes.
Yeah. And then he says, "That'll be all. I'll be heading back now. Then."
Okay, bye.
All right. He ties the boats together and rows them back to his
All
ship.
right.
There's
How
crew.
far away from the ship did we go?
What do you mean?
Like 400 feet or so from the boat.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I'm going to produce a major image back on the boat of a murder happening.
Oh no.
Okay. Like
And
a
I'm just
dead
gonna
body when he
concentrate
gets back.
There's like detectives and stuff around a dead body. There's
Okay.
no explanation how they got there, but
Yeah.
or
He's
how the
gonna,
dead body got there, but yeah.
okay. He's gonna get it there and be like, "What?
Yeah.
How can I let this happen?"
And I say to the others, like, a murder mystery always makes writing about more interesting.
Oh, and you should be at full health, by the way, Shazra,
Thank you.
because you rested for a couple days. You guys are actually like, yeah, you guys are basically like 2 days away from Razok being able to remove his negative level from when he died.
Yep, we want your soul to be in tip-top shape.
For when I die next time.
Yeah.
That's about right. All right. I guess take a look around, see what we see.
Yeah. Eisenraw would tell Shazra as well, like he can lead him directly to the to where this lab was as well.
Okay.
Excellent. Let's do that.
But yeah, if you guys would like to all roll perception checks as you're on your way there. Assuming you guys are gonna head straight there, even though it is dark right now.
Are there other things known to be on
Yeah,
this
I can see in the
island?
dark.
Yeah,
What's
I
that?
can too.
Are there other things known to be on this island?
You can roll a knowledge local or knowledge geography.
Uh
Well, I rolled a 3 and a 5, so you know we're doing well this session.
Geography. Wait, what are my features? What does this do?
Okay. You guys do know. I think all of you would know this with this check. You don't know anything particular to this island specifically, but you
Mhm.
do know that like the largest island in this chain is known as being like a holy site for
Oh.
storm giants.
Oh.
A
Uh,
holy site for storm giants.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Um,
Interesting.
some storm giants make pilgrimages to the Eye of Abendago, which is um, further south. Like you guys are kind of actually close to the edge of that, but just below the Jagged Reach.
I asked
You know,
Eisenroll why they put in a thing here with storm giants.
well, there weren't.
I
He says there weren't storm giants when we built this here.
Oh, okay. All right, it sounds less
Yeah,
weird now.
yeah. In fact, Eisenroll is confused. He's like, "What do you mean storm giants?"
Yeah.
Because you would probably know that the Eye of Abendago is relatively new. It appeared basically when Aridin disappeared.
Mm.
Oh.
Oh, Aridin.
Let's see. Yeah, it came into being 3 weeks after the death of Aridin or disappearance of Aridin.
mhm.
Um, so it's likely that it was related, but it's not for sure known. And then yeah. So you guys, as you were going through there, yeah, it doesn't seem like there's definitely wildlife here. Like you see like some like birds and stuff. Vander and Razok probably notice like a pig
The
that's like
Mhm.
sneaking
pig?
out off to the side. Yeah, a wild pig
Dinner?
Mm.
Question mark?
potentially. I guess it depends if Razok or Vander want to hunt it or mention it to someone else that wants to hunt it.
If I mean, i- if we eventually do need dinner, then yeah, he'd probably go out hunting. This is,
Aw.
but we're kind of on a mission right now.
Okay.
And as you're heading inland, you're kind of you're heading up like it's not like a mountainous island or anything, but it's definitely like a little bit higher elevation as you go further inland, but pretty like gentle sloping hill.
Mhm.
Um uh decently like it's got like there's a lot of like brush and stuff, but it's not like a tropical brush. It's very it's much more like uh I don't know, like arid kind of plant life, I guess.
Okay.
Not quite a desert, but yeah, definitely like more hot, dry. Which makes sense because Rahadum is almost all desert, and this is still kind of the same biome. Um, and yeah, eventually you get to a spot where like it seems like you're hearing like some bugs and stuff because it's after sunset now,
Yeah.
but you get to a spot where like it kind of seems like you get into it and you kind of feel a temperature change almost like it feels like it's cooler and the like quieter. Like there's a noticeable, especially for the very perceptive people, like lack of life in this area.
Hmm.
And you can see that everyone can see that there looks like there are like some like ruins. Like it looks like there's like toppled um masonry and stuff. Like there might have been a building here hundreds of thousands of years ago, maybe, or tens of thousands of years ago.
Maybe ruins are a good place to hide magical laboratories and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I say
Eisenroll
we go
says
there.
this is the place. Uh, there used to be buildings here, but like I said, the lab itself was not in them. It was hidden in a pocket dimension within the buildings that were here. Might be a little bit harder for me to find it, but if we search this area, you'll probably come across it.
All right, well, we'll start searching it.
Okay. So yeah, how would you like to go about doing that? Obviously, you can just roll a perception check, but if you have any other ways of trying to
I'll just detect magic as I go along.
detect magic is a good idea. If you're using detect magic, I'll give you a +5 circumstance bonus on your perception check
Sure.
to look for it.
Oh, okay.
Ah, it's almost a 19.
Was that with the +5?
Yeah. It rolled from a 19 to a 3.
Oh,
I tell the others to, yeah, like,
was Efoot
take a look.
using a detect magic on that search?
No.
Okay. Anybody else looking?
Yeah. Just give me a sec.
I'm trying to set up the +5 bonus.
Yeah, I don't have
Or do you not have detect magic?
detect magic.
Okay.
I'm trying to
Um,
see if I do. I assume I do. Yeah, I do. Okay.
You can give yourself a +5 bonus on the perception to look for it.
Do I? Might.
Oh my god.
Okay. Well, fortunately, Vander finds
But I
it.
did a take 5, not a add 5.
Oh, I do
Oh.
have detect magic.
That's fine. If Andrew
Yeah.
finds it, it's fine.
I do have detect magic. I forgot I had my caster.
You have it as part of your war priest.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Well, Vander actually finds it without using detect magic.
Ooh, Vander.
He finds it through noticing he finds like an area where he sees like some signs of the first thing that he leads him to it is he finds signs of where a magma dragon was at.
All right.
He sees kind of um evidence of the dragon like clearing some rubble away and like some scorch marks and stuff. And um yeah, eventually he finds it, and once the rest of you like are pointed out to this, those of you that have detect magic do also detect magic from a what looks like maybe like used to be where a doorway was at, although it looks like it's long since collapsed. But there's still a magic aura on it.
Okay. So it's collapsed as in non-accessible?
As in the physical like door frame is no longer there, but Eisenroll assures you that that you probably can still activate the portal. Um,
All right. So we just have to activate a portal.
yes.
All right, this shouldn't be too difficult. I'll see if we can get to said portal. Or is this doorway the
Um,
portal?
yeah. Well, the doorways for the portal, and we'll activate the portal. We can activate the portal where the doorway used to be. The portal should still activate though.
Okay.
If you still sense the magic there, it should still work.
All right. Do I sense magic with detect magic?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
So he tells
Um,
you that the way to activate it is to it's a Aslanti phrase, um,
good. I speak
and
as
it's
Lanty.
and the phrase that you have to use is um, by our hands the tyranny of the gods will end.
Okay. I will do that. I will have the others close by, and I will recite, uh, by our hand, the tyranny of the gods, so forth and so forth.
Okay, and it does activate a portal.
Oh my god.
So he says, "Remember, though, I don't know what sort of defensive measures he may have implemented after he killed me to become a lich,
Let's see.
but that should get in there at least."
I don't know what we're gonna find. Let's see. I'm gonna prepare a teleport, but I don't think I'm gonna prepare a dimension. No. Dimension door is really,
Oh,
really useful.
Secret, if you didn't already do it, I'd say
Oh.
probably during those 2 days while you're in Botasani, you could have given two more charges back to your staff of travel.
Oh yeah, probably.
So go ahead and add 2 charges to it if you
Do you
hadn't
have to
already
make a
done that.
check on those or just cast it? I
Nope,
just
you
use
just have to have access to the high enough spell slots, which you do now.
Yeah.
You have to have access to a level 5 spell slot and know at least one of the spells on the staff, which you do. You don't know the highest level spell, but I think you know Dimension Door. Or if you don't, Shazra and Billy know it. Know or know teleport specifically like Shazra does.
Yeah, I know teleport.
So like and you guys didn't use any spell slots the last 2 days, so somebody could have charged it. Is my point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think you can charge it now. You couldn't before because you didn't have access to level 5 slots, but now you do. So
I do now, yeah.
yeah. Any preparations you want to do before going through the portal?
I think I'm gonna go with this.
I'm good.
All right. Yep, I am ready. Let's see what kind of
Oh yeah, Billy, if you
stuff.
cast False Life before you got on the boat, it might actually have worn off by now.
Yeah, that's fine. You
Just
never
recast
know.
it then.
I'm gonna recast it. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it should last
Last 10 hours, right?
10
Or
hours. Yeah.
unless you cast in an extended one, then it'd be 20 hours. You would still have it.
That's not this character, right? No, that was my Oracle.
Yeah.
I'll just cast another one.
Do you have Wall of Force prepared, Billy?
I am not a prepared
He's a
caster.
spontaneous caster.
But you
So,
can
yes.
cast it at the ready.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I also have a new mental spell that can drain the life out of someone's mind.
Sounds weird. I don't
It'll
understand how
just like
your
erase
psychic
experience from their mind.
casting works. All I know about psychic casting is that it's very easy to interrupt.
For
So just
some,
don't lose your focus, all right?
I have some mechanisms.
Okay, let's head in.
Oh no, I forgot to add a language when I leveled up.
You got a language?
Apparently.
Oh, did you add a linguistics point?
Yeah.
Okay.
I always
yeah.
add a linguistics.
There you go. Then you did get a
Because
language.
let's learn something I'll never use. Wait, I don't know Vudrani. I better learn Vudrani. I'm a good character builder, guys.
This character wouldn't necessarily know Vudrani, right?
Oh wait, that's the other game. Oh, I'm so confused. I keep forgetting who's which game.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
I think the possible that I don't know. You could argue that that a Stoneboy might be originally from Vudra, but there's so little lore on them
Yeah,
that I
it's
kind of just made my own.
yeah. I will learn Tengu because we were talking about Guild Wars earlier.
Okay.
Yep, there are Tengu and Guild Wars.
Yep.
All right, so
That's
everybody
the
got
extent of my
all the
knowledge.
pre-buffs they want to do.
Oh.
Good to go.
Technically, I'd have to recast Mage Armor too, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
yeah, I cast Mage Armor, but that lasts for hours.
Let's
I cast
see.
it before the Boat, but
If you cast it before the boat, it would have before you
need
got on the boat,
to-
it would have wore off because you were on the boat
Yeah.
for over 10 hours. But
I just
you
have to
left
use it
before
twice
you
a
left
month.
before sunrise and got here after sunset.
Let's
Okay,
see.
I think I'm okay.
I will
I'm
put
good.
comprehend
Oh,
languages
I can put Blade of
on,
Barrier on people. Who wants a Blade of
Oh.
Barrier?
and
I guess I can. I'll take it. Also, he pulls out one of his what are they called? The icy burst arrows,
shit, this
and he
one.
says, "Can you do it? What do you do?"
Well, the thing is I have to know what you're targeting. I have to at least know the creature type, if not the specific name.
It's still not.
Yeah, you
I
can't
can't
really
really do
name
it ahead
bullet
of time.
for when he doesn't know what's going to be in
Anything.
here.
Oh, it did rest me. Okay, cool.
I'm casting 2 of Blade of Barriers. I'll put one on
Okay.
Razak, and I'll put
Yeah.
one on Shazra.
He actually he does reach out and just hands
Hmm.
you one of the arrows, and he says, "This way
Do
you
it
don't
when
have to.
it's time. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to.
No, that's a good idea. Then he could cast it and
Yeah,
just give it to you
see what you.
instead of you
Yeah,
having to give it to him and then him give
yeah,
it back or anything crazy.
yeah.
I'm casting a third of Blade of Barrier on Ron Vandir.
What
So
does that do
Vandir
again?
Shazra, it's your damage, first 5 damage is non-lethal.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, it converts
Up
damage
to
to non-lethal.
50 health.
okay.
So it's like DR, except instead of being negated, it goes non-lethal, and that makes it easier. If you combat heal, it'll heal like basically double.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
pretty
Also, non-lethal damage heals quicker. Like you can heal like one per hit die per hour, I think. Instead of
You're also less likely to die when you get knocked out.
Also true.
I'm looking at you, Rez. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'm not the first one to die in our group.
True.
No, that's true. I'm looking at you. Well, there's a reason why I put on Shazra.
No, Shazra didn't die. It was
Wait,
Vander
died?
died.
Vander and me.
Okay, that's the other game.
He died to a ghost.
Yep.
I keep forgetting which game is which.
Oh no.
I know. Matt, the player, has died many times in our recent Pathfinder games.
He died a lot in specifically Curse of the Crimson Throne.
Correct.
I think I've had a character die in there. One of our campaigns that we played in.
I've been fairly good about not dying recently, actually. So that's good.
All right. Last call before I put you on this map, and basically we're gonna have to roll initiative right away. So
I was gonna say you keep asking, so the more you ask, the more buffs I cast.
yeah, I know. I'm making you paranoid, I'm sure.
Yes. I'll freedom of movement myself too.
Okay. So you step into there. First thing is there is absolutely no light in here, so you might not actually be able to see any of this stuff. I think some of you have dark vision, so those of you who have dark vision
all but
can
one
see.
of us do.
Yeah, dark vision.
I'll just cast dancing lights. And send the
did you
lights
cast
every
it
which
before
way.
you walked through the portal, or are you gonna have to do it
after? Wait, are we?
I'd have
We're
my
going into
ion torch
combat
on.
initiative. Okay.
I should have cast.
Okay, if you have an ion torch, then you're good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were pulling up after dark anyway, so yeah, you
That's
probably
true.
have
It
it.
was dark out anyway, so you probably would have had it up for that. Okay. So first thing we're gonna do is everyone roll initiative.
Okay.
I should have cast Aura the Unremarkable before coming in here. That would have been better.
I don't think it would have worked actually.
It's so unremarkable what we're doing here.
Do you want me to roll the initiative for my skeleton, or do we just want to assume it acts on my turn since it takes orders from me?
We'll roll initiative for it.
Sure.
Okay. Now, first thing also before we begin combat, well, I guess I'll just do this and it gets to your turn. We'll do it. Okay.
Making me nervous.
Shazra, on your
Yes.
turn, the first thing that you need to do is as you walk in here, you notice that the air is not right. I need you to roll a fortitude save.
The air is not right. Okay.
Yes, it like there's something strange about it. You feel very disoriented by it. And you're going to take 1 wisdom damage, and I need you to roll on the confusion table. So
Oh my
roll a
god.
D100.
Let's see. Is it roll or die? I think it's roll 100, right?
I think it's an R.
/R works. Okay. That is so Shazra just does nothing but babble incoherently, and then you have 1 wisdom damage.
I complain about the air.
Yeah,
Incoherently.
incoherently though. All right, Razok. Same thing. You notice this is about the air as well. I need a fortitude save.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I need to pop the combat tracker out. I
This
keep.
is gonna be a really fun combat.
Yeah, I was a little worried about it, but I was like, well, this is what he's got in here.
That's okay.
I have to take some responsibility, of course, since it's a homebrew game, but I can't just be like, the writers did this. Where did
No, it's fine.
where did Aoife disappear? Oh, let me move back there. Okay. So you can take one wisdom damage as well, and I also need you to roll on the confusion table.
all right. Roll 100 and 1 wisdom.
Thanks for sharing that with us, Billy.
Sorry, I misclicked.
Are you trying to show us
But
that,
also, no.
that you
Also,
take a
it's really
-2
bad.
penalty on this saving throw?
I was about to just mention that. I misclicked when trying to open it because I was like, I'm pretty sure this is not good for me.
Yeah. Okay. So Razok also babbles incoherently. Okay, your dragon. I believe right now your dragon's just following and defending you.
Yeah.
And no one's actually attacked you yet. So for now, I think it's just going to delay.
Yeah.
It is not affected, fortunately, by this poison. Billy, so you get a -2 to this save.
Yeah, I think there might be a note on the roll. Otherwise, we'll just -2 it. I rolled a 4.
Okay. You also
It
take
does say, see?
you take 1 wisdom damage as well, and also get to roll on the confusion table.
1 wisdom damage and a D100.
Oh,
It's fine.
you get to act normally. So maybe you can do something about this.
So okay, so this thing's just on top. Oh no, that's a dragon. So it's just bad air in here.
Yeah, you can
And I'm in the
roll.
front for some reason.
What is the? I think is it dungeoneering for poisons? What do you need to identify poisons in Pathfinder?
Alchemy
I don't
usually.
think you do because you have to.
I mean, maybe detect magic. If
Yeah, I
it's
don't-
magical.
I don't think you do without the spell or craft alchemy.
Okay. Yeah, craft alchemy would definitely.
I
do it
think
if
you can
have
do a
But
that.
heal
could-
check to determine if somebody's poisoned, but you can't determine what the poison is.
Can I knowledge what these things are I see in front of us?
Yeah, that would be knowledge religion.
Okay, I can do that one.
They're still flat-footed at the moment.
Hmm.
18.
These look like a particularly powerful version of a white.
Virgins?
A
Powerful
white.
virgins? I'm sorry.
A white is a undead that has energy drain on its attacks. So that's probably the scariest thing about it. However, they are the other thing too is if they kill something, the thing they kill comes back as a white as well.
This is Dex
Um,
strain, right? Or
Yeah.
What's that?
do they do Dex strain?
No, they do energy drain.
Just energy.
So like negative
okay.
levels.
Negative levels, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other thing about them is they are vulnerable to resurrection spells, which is hard to really take advantage. But if you hit them with a resurrection spell, then they immediately die.
Um,
Downside to
of a
that is a
waste
resurrection
of
spell
resurrection
usually
spell?
takes like a long time to cast, unless you
yeah.
cheat it out with like a limited wish or miracle
But
or
also
something.
you have to have like components, or maybe not to hurt the
It
white.
doesn't actually need the components. Normally, you
Okay.
need it to cast a spell, but if you use it to kill a white, it actually specifically says it does not use up the component.
Oh, cool.
So if you have a way to cast that quickly,
No, I don't.
Nope.
and
Not at all.
Are they affected by mind affecting or not? 'Cause
they
they're
are
undead?
immune to mind affecting because of the undead traits.
Okay.
Technically undead, I
I'm
guess.
gonna do a good thing, I think, and I'm gonna target this bottom one with disintegrate.
Okay.
Okay.
So he's flat-footed, so hopefully I can hit. That's the plan. And I have no idea if this is configured right, and I've never used this before.
Flat-footed touch.
That's a lot of dice. Does it hit?
17 versus flat-footed touch will hit. It gets a fortitude save. Normally, they're immune to anything that allows fortitude save, unless it can also affect items, which this can. One last thing I want to check. I don't think these have spell resistance, but I just want to double check just
If
in
they
case.
do, I have a +5 on my caster level check because of paranoia.
Yeah, they don't have spell resistance, so they're just gonna make a fortitude save here. Okay, he makes the
Oof.
fortitude save.
So that means he takes the, was it 3d6 or something silly?
Yeah, he takes that 22 instead.
Yeah, there it is. 5d6.
Yeah, that was it. Rolled it as after
That's
a
nice.
short delay. I saw it rolled the 5d6
Yeah.
separately.
Wait, what spell did you just cast?
Disintegrate.
Oh.
It was more like Disintegrate, okay, but it could have been Disintegrate.
You know what's he actually like he didn't pass it by very much. You actually had a pretty good shot of that succeeding and possibly.
Yeah, I wanted to do it because he was
possibly.
flat-footed,
Yeah.
but
Immunity to any effect that requires a fortitude save, unless the effect also works on objects or is harmless. I guess disintegrate
right.
works
So
on
Disintegrate
Disintegrate
works on
does.
objects.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so okay.
Okay.
Alright.
And then I'll move somewhere.
So you don't get
hiding.
hit by somebody that's confused.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move in this corner. I might get cornered. I'll move here, I guess.
Okay.
But I'm
E-Foot,
not
your
happy.
turn. I need you to roll a fortitude save.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Yep. Could have been worse. Some liches make their lairs and labs and stuff completely airless, but
Okay. Don't
the downside to doing
tell me
that
if
is
I fail or not. I might
a
reroll.
lot of
Yeah, the
liches need.
underlings.
Well, yeah, and a lot of liches
I'll take that.
would need air to cast spells. So this is like the safer version if you're a lich that needs to use verbal components. Is you just put
Yeah.
poison in you make the air just pure poison basically. Okay,
Dude, I'm a
you make the
goblin. I can
save.
survive
You're fine.
in very harsh conditions.
No wisdom damage, and you can do whatever you like, but the poison is still in the air, so
Yeah. So I will start with a performance.
okay.
And then do I want to cast a spell? Nah. I guess, well, I only have 5 of those. gosh. Okay. I guess I will. I'm gonna haste the party.
Okay. The party has haste,
Yay.
including the dragon.
Yes. Why not?
All right.
All right, everybody. You're buffed, inspired, and hasted. Oh, level 13, right? Let's edit this.
This guy's gonna move up and attack. Try to attack Billy.
Is it still
Um,
+3?
No,
Yeah,
you don't want
it
to attack
should
me.
be.
I'm a poor little Billy boy.
He
Where's
rolls a
my front
1.
line? I dodged it, and he just like completely whiffed, but I dodged it.
All right, Smolensk, the skeletal dragon, may now attack because its orders were to follow Shawzra and his companions around. I'm assuming, and I mean, unless he specifically said only if they attack me, but I'm assuming you included like if it attacks any of us,
Yeah.
defend
No,
all
I
5
also
of
need
us.
to defend Efoot too, so it
Yeah,
encompasses the party.
they've only
Yeah,
attacked Billy
very
so far,
important.
but I'm still
Yeah,
ruling
you make
that
me fight better.
the dragon will even though it's only attacking Billy, that the dragon still will say, hey.
Yeah, it notices.
So dragon, I don't know if we have a buff set up already on it. You might have to drag one onto it
Or
for haste. I don't think it gets any benefit from the inspire courage,
no, I don't think so.
but it will get it does get the bonus from haste.
I can add it.
Why can't it get inspired?
But well, it's mindless.
Actually, it might. I don't know if it will.
I don't think it can.
It might actually because it's a competence bonus, right? Let me check.
I would think it would work personally, but
I'm also iffy on it.
I mean, it's a competence bonus on attack and weapon. See, Inspire doesn't say anything about mines.
Right. No, originally I was thinking it wouldn't because I know they're immune to morale, like they aren't affected by morale bonuses. But I was like, oh wait, it's not a morale bonus; it's a competence bonus. like
Yeah.
heroism wouldn't work on it.
come on, Pluto, we need this one.
I mean, I feel like it's probably strong enough without it anyway. So I'm gonna rule that it doesn't get the effect of inspire
I don't
courage.
think
But
so either. After I'm sitting
Dang
here
it.
reading this, I really don't think it would, because like it's sitting here talking about like it perceiving you and
yeah.
No.
All right,
A
so let's
mindless
make its
entity.
attack. So it has
Yeah.
it has its claw
You
attack.
can put a headband
which
on
one
it,
of them is using that Divinity Bane spiked gauntlet.
Okay.
Okay.
It has a second claw and it has a bite, I believe.
I don't know if the attacks are configured properly on this sheet by default. I just
I think it
imported one
is.
over.
Mm.
I think the Divinity Bane spike gauntlet one is correct.
Yeah. So if you wanted to see the way I was, that's the thing too, is I wasn't running it the way that it has it built on the sheet. I just had it augmenting the existing claw attack, basically, or replacing the existing one of the claw attacks. So he was only getting one attack with it. But theoretically, you could do 3 attacks with iteratives here and then a -5 on the other attacks as natural attacks. That is also a way you could run it.
I guess we could just do the attacks with the gauntlet, right? We get 3
Yeah,
because of haste.
you'd get 4 with haste, but you'd only get 1 right now because you can't reach. You have to move somewhere to attack.
Yeah, it's to move. Okay.
There's nothing in reach right now.
Okay, we'll just do that then. Let me move the token. It will move over here, and it'll attack the one on Billy.
Okay. Yep, that will hit. And then, do these guys have any? I don't think they have any like DR or anything, do they?
I don't know.
Let me see. No, they do not. Okay. So he just takes all that damage.
Nice.
Okay. All right,
That's it.
Vander, I need you to roll a fortitude save.
Dang, I was considering taking the feed for that.
Yeah, improved fortitude.
Yeah.
Well, the good news too is even if you fail it, what you did, you do also get to roll a percentage check. So it's 25% chance you'll get act normally. No matter what, you are going to take 1 wisdom damage though. Okay, you actually do get act normally.
Okay.
So yeah, you can take your turn as normal. You just take 1 wisdom damage, and you'll have to make a save next turn. But
Okay.
for now, you can. Assuming you guys don't find a way to like neutralize or something with this poison.
Abilities damage. I don't think it affects me right now, but
No, 1 damage won't actually do anything yet. It's just it's a pretty high DC, and
there we go.
if you get to 0 wisdom, then you fall unconscious.
So this dragon's just like chilling on the ground in the sewer.
But the dragons, your
Oh,
dragon.
the dragon.
Yeah, don't attack my dragon.
Oh, I see. I see him. I see him.
Yeah, there's 2 whites down here though that you see.
That guy's up against a wall. And this is like barrels in the way.
Yeah, there's like some random barrels and other shit just in the way there. Random stuff.
Oh, okay.
You can move through it if you want. Like it's just yeah.
Well, I
You
was
have
just going
haste
to
on you
acrobatics
too,
through him.
so yeah, you have haste on as well.
You have
That's true.
haste, a bladed barrier.
You could jump over it.
Haste, yeah, I guess haste gives me some movement speed, not too terribly much, but yeah.
Do you already have an enhancement speed or enhancement bonus on your move speed?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't stack with that, but yeah, it gives you a little bit extra. And I think you probably beat these guys CMD on a 1. Definitely on a 13 though. Okay.
Okay. So I cannot. What's the roll? I can't do my vital strike on this attack, but I can do it on my next attack.
Yeah, I think that's how that works. But you get your hidden strike on the first attack, the swift action attack that you don't have vital strike on.
And I'm assuming these guys can be precision damaged.
Yes, they can.
Okay. We'll see if this has the haste bonus in it. I have a toggle for it, but I also turned the buff on. That's right.
Okay. A 24 does not hit this guy, unfortunately.
Okay, and then we use our attack action.
Okay.
Is I guess the dragon's not flanking.
Not to that square. Okay, that one does hit. So you do 30 damage to him. He is still
Okay.
up though. All right, this other white. I think it kind of has to attack the dragon. I don't think it can get to anybody else without. I mean, it could try, but it would incur attack opportunity. Actually, it might. Anyway, no. It only has 10-foot reach, I think. It's a long, large.
The dragon, yeah.
Yeah. So he'll move up and attack the dragon.
The
I
dragon.
guess. Well, actually, no, I don't think he will because it's not very. He's not very good at attacking the dragon because it's an undead.
Yeah.
It'll hit him back
Can we see? Can he?
as soon as he gets within, that reach.
I guess he can do like that. So he can actually go over and attack Shazra without provoking. Okay, so he's gonna do that. He's gonna try to attack Shazra. Does a 29 hit Shazra?
Yes.
Okay, so you take 5 damage and 1 negative level, temporary negative level, but and then he gets 5 temporary hit points. So this is the kind of negative level where if you don't remove it after 24 hours, you get a fortitude save to remove it.
Let's see. Is there a status for this?
I believe so. Yeah, so if you go to attributes at the bottom, there's a thing that says level drain.
Okay.
I don't remember if you have to put like a negative number in there. I think it works where you just put the amount of level drain you have.
Yeah, it works.
Okay. I don't think it works like the old Roll21 where if you don't put a negative number, it actually buffs you.
Yeah.
All right, Shazra. So, the confusion effect was only for 1 round. That's the good news. Bad news is you're still poisoned and you could get reconfused for 1 round again. So, I need you to roll another fortitude save. Okay, you're fine this time. You do still feel like you have the poison affecting you, but you don't take any damage this turn, and you may act as normal.
Oh yeah.
All right. I will attack the I'll attack the white.
Okay.
I'll spell combat. All right, let's see. Haste. And I'll swift action to +5 keen my sword.
Okay.
And right now I have haste and inspire courage. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And 1 negative level.
Yeah.
But the haste kind of offsets that a little bit for the attacks, at least. Is this against the white next to you?
Yeah, it's against the white next to me.
Okay. I think those all are gonna hit.
Is it still up after that?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna arcane mark it and get my last attack from spell combat.
Okay. Yep. He is still up. That does hit him, but he is still up.
Okay. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Razok, same thing. Confusion was only for 1 round, but you are still poisoned, so I need another fortitude save. Okay. You may act normally. No ill effects.
All right. Well, let me see features real quick. Swift action. He swift actions applies good, or actually it automatically. It's good. Yeah. He is going to. He is going to apply fire to his bow as a swift action.
Okay.
And he will full round. Which one looks like it's closest?
They
I
both
guess-
look
one on
badly
me.
damaged, but the one that's next to Shawzer looks like it's the closest to being dead.
No, kill the one on Billy.
Yeah, that's all. He's going to. I guess he'll do a full round. He's gonna attack with the many shot, the one that is on Billy.
Okay.
And let me put my bonuses.
And then you're switching targets if you down it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two. Paste. That's like a damage, so I don't have to worry about that. Damage type to fire. Save, and then it should be all good now. So, where did that attack roll? All right, so ignore the cold.
Okay.
Didn't
Those are
increase that.
pretty low rolls. So let's see here. The 29 hits. Many shot misses. The 29 hits. Oh, it says cold and fire, but it's actually just fire.
Fire. Yeah, it's just fire. I didn't mean to put it cold. It didn't uncheck it, I guess.
Okay, and you don't have the undefined is just your favorite enemy bonus, or like half of it, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Or do you have main versus undead?
No, it's
You get
just half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm just breaking down all the damage here. Is the good aligned actually works in this case? These are undead, so Dragonbane does not. So I think this is just going to be 37 damage for that attack.
Switch that.
Which isn't quite enough to finish it off. And then 10 and 23 miss. So you actually only hit with one attack, unfortunately. Those are some pretty low rolls, though.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so both of them are still up at the moment. All right,
dear.
Billy, I need you to roll a fortitude save with a -2 because it's an inhaled poison.
Yeah.
Okay, you're fine.
So no whiz damage?
No whiz damage, and you can act normally.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna do a defensively cast magic missile on this guy in front of me.
Okay.
So concentration should be pretty much an auto succeed. I think it's 15 plus double spell level, is it? Or
yeah, you're just casting a level 1 spell.
yeah.
It does seem like it is more difficult to concentrate. Well, actually, isn't there also a penalty for doing it while poisoned? Let me check.
I don't think so.
Not that I knew of.
Okay.
not before I made the decision to cast.
I know
I'm a psychic, Pluto, so like, does my lung breathing have to do with, like I'm not using any verbal components.
And also you made this. You also did make the save. It actually would have been. Oh shit! I should have had you. I shouldn't have. Actually, now I think about it, I think you actually technically might not have been allowed to cast last turn though, because you were confused, even though you had act normally.
Is
it's
that how that works?
It's a mental effect which impacts your thought components, I want to say, or emotional components. I think it's emotional components. Oh well,
I mean, I have ways to get around it.
Yeah.
Just, I
In this
didn't know
case,
that
you're
I
not
needed
confused
to.
anyway, though. So anyway, these guys have disruptive actually. So the DC is higher, but I think you're still fine.
Yeah, so I maybe would have had to bring out my meta magic rod. Was it the logical rod or whatever? I think that might do
Possibly,
something
yeah. But
instead of move.
yeah, but I missed it and whatever. We're moving on.
Okay.
Debatable too, because you did get act normally, so you could argue the confusion wasn't actually affecting you.
Yeah.
Um,
So I magic missile this guy, point blank.
okay. Did it roll the damage on that already? I don't see
I
it.
didn't
You
roll
haven't
it
actually
yet.
rolled it yet. Okay,
I just wanted to make sure I could use it first.
sure.
It rolled a lot of things.
Yeah, because it rolls attacks for some
That's
reason.
right. It does a plus 100 something on every
I'm
attack.
I'm guessing. I wonder if that'll get fixed whenever I get around to updating Foundry. But I'm waiting until after this adventure is over before I do it. I'll do it
Yeah.
before whatever we run next.
It looks
Okay,
like
so
17 force damage.
all on this guy, right?
Yeah. I will make
Okay.
sure he dies if I can.
Yeah, he does. He crumbles into dust.
Okay. Whew. I don't want any negative levels here. I already got lucky with the 1/1.
Okay. Anything else?
I'll 5-foot step into the corner because I'm a scared little, my normal scared bunny
Okay.
mind.
E-foot. Everyone else is making their saves. Let's see if you can do it this time.
There's a way to set that up.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're not a failure like no one else is.
Oh,
I think it's
I can't fail. This is fortitude, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
can't
true. It's
fail.
harder for you to fail because you still have your reroll, and you probably have a pretty good idea of roughly what the DC is from seeing everyone else roll now.
No, I'm a goblin. I can't fail.
Yeah, you actually like how it smells.
Maybe. Yeah, I'll keep that.
Okay, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. We're gonna continue the performance. I don't see a reason to really. I mean, yeah, I don't. I could use. Do I think this will take damage from a cure wand?
You do think that a cure wand would damage it.
It is a white.
It is an undead.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got 2 charges left of this, so I'm gonna take out my Cure Light Wounds wand. Oh, I'm not that close to it. Okay, well, I'll just take out the wand and I will move here.
Okay. You get
And
ready
wag
in
my wand at it.
case it doesn't die.
Yeah. Actually,
Okay.
I'm just gonna let my performance linger. Yeah.
You're gonna end the performance? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, something emerges from this door over here.
Oh, well, dang it.
You actually recognize this figure.
Oh.
This looks strikingly similar to the Lich that you fought on the astral plane, only much more solid.
As solid as our Draco Lich. Oh my god.
Yeah, this looks like Aradel. He moves into here, and he's gonna cast a spell. Let me just double check the
I
range
want
on
to
this spell.
spellcraft that.
Oh, dear.
silliness.
See if I just gotta see if he has to move closer to cast the spell, though.
I have a feeling we might die this session, Pluto.
Huh? What? Are you scared? Oh my god.
He's gonna move a little bit closer.
I wasn't expecting Eisenroll to be here.
What do
This
you
isn't
mean? We're,
Eisenroll.
like,
This is
in the-
Aradel.
Yeah, this is Aradel.
Aradel to be
I
here.
mean, you have very good reason to not expect Aradel to be here, considering that you guys have killed him like twice.
Mm,
yeah, he had a clone body in his lab.
I mean, you
that he
guys didn't
went to.
kill. You guys specifically only killed one of them, but
Yeah.
you killed you killed his astral projection. A different adventuring group killed his demi-lich form, right? So anyway, he's going to cast. You identify that he is casting Waves of Fatigue. No save. Everyone is fatigued except for the dragon and the whites because they're immune to it.
That's what, like a 60-foot or something. Yeah.
It's a 30-foot cone, but
Oh, does that reach me?
yes, just
Oh,
barely.
dang it! Okay.
And
I'm so tired.
he's also, let's see, how does this aura work? Does that, I think the aura is going to trigger on your guys' turn as well. So you guys are going to have more fun saves to make.
Woohoo.
Yeah. I know it's your favorite thing. Or maybe it's just mine.
No, it's fine. I just
All right, Dragon's
wasn't ready for
turn.
this.
Dragon might be able to kill the white at least.
I mean, hopefully he wasn't expecting a dragon.
It's going to provoke from the white. Yeah, because Shazra made a save, so he's able to command the dragon to attack specific targets.
Yeah.
I don't think this white hits this dragon. So
No.
all right, so the dragon moves up right into this guy's face and is going to do a single attack here.
Yeah, let's have it do a single attack.
Okay. A 45. Yeah, that'll hit.
All right, that's its turn.
Okay. All right, Vander, I need 2 saves from you. First, we're going to need a fortitude save. Actually, maybe you want, let me check. Do you need a... Oh, Vander actually is not fatigued, by the way. I just realized he's actually out. He was the one
No,
that was
you're measuring from
Oh, I'm
his
measuring
square
from
to
the
the
wrong
square in
thing.
front.
He was fatigued, yep.
Because otherwise I wouldn't be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Darn.
That is
So
how
Vander,
cones work.
Vander, I need
unfortunately.
a fortitude save first, and then I think I'll need a will save as well. But let me just double check the range on his aura.
Oof.
Oh yeah, the fear aura 60 feet. So yeah, definitely in range of that.
Oh god.
Okay, so you fail the fortitude save.
It's
So you are gonna take 1 wisdom damage, but we'll roll this will save first, so you don't take the penalty on it.
I
'Cause
do
these
have
are
a bit
happening
of
at
a
the same
complaint,
time.
Pluto.
Oh
What's
no.
that?
So I have my immediate action on will save that could potentially buff my allies, but I'm unable to do it because of the way the saves are being rolled.
What do you mean?
Like because we're taking the will save on our turn, it doesn't like help my allies right
Oh,
now.
you can't take them all at the same time.
Correct.
I think that's how auras work, though.
Okay, if that's fine.
Okay. So yeah, you failed both saves, unfortunately. So, you're gonna take 1 wisdom damage. It'll make your future will saves harder. And you're confused this round, so I'll need a D100. And then furthermore, the fear aura means you're gonna be shaken for 9 rounds.
Oh. Wait. Did he roll she get a +2 on his competence bonus against fear? Because of the inspire?
Oh yeah.
Did that
I don't
help?
see that listed on here. Actually, it does say there +3 morale bonus. You're fine against the will save, so you're not shaken.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah.
listed there as in notes. I just didn't see. I
Right,
didn't catch
yeah.
that.
Because it
Thanks
doesn't
for pointing that
apply
out.
to all, yeah.
It doesn't apply to all rolls, so it doesn't put it in the math. It expects me to like read,
Yay!
which I should.
Fired you.
Yeah.
The annoying
so
sound
yeah,
of E-foot forever.
the DC of this is 17. So yeah, the +3 actually is enough to get you over that.
Nice.
Awesome.
So at least you're not shaken. So yeah, let's go ahead and roll a percentage to see if you get to maybe act normally. You do. You get to act normally again.
Nice.
You're getting very lucky on
Awesome.
these on these confusion table. Yeah, there's still 1 white that's up, and then there's this lich who is hovering above the ground.
How far up in the air?
Oh, he's just barely off the ground, but
I
he is
can do
hovering
that
around.
too.
Worth noting.
Okay.
Worth noting if you want to like trip him or something. Probably not the best. I don't think anybody in this group really does that
No.
though.
Okay. I'm going to acrobatics through him.
Okay. So you got to beat a CMD +5. Should be pretty doable. That beats a CMD +5.
I don't know why that says -2 on trained skills.
It's just I think it just puts that on all your skills. Just pointing out that if you aren't trained in it, you have a -2.
Now is he getting flanked?
He is definitely getting flanked this time.
Okay.
Okay. He is still up, but yeah, you hit him with like a devastating attack.
Okay. And now I think I get to, since the flanking bonus, it's
It's the D4 precision damage
Yeah.
now, right?
yeah.
So it's not as much, but you also have Vital Strike on this too, so it kind of helps make up for it. Ooh, and getting a crit goes a long way too.
Yeah, I took improved critical or critical focus or whatever.
All right. Well, he had 16 hit points left, so he takes 88 damage.
He did.
Interestingly, though, when he does, there's no body left behind. When you slash through it, it turns into it looks like snow or ice and melts away, melts into a puddle that then quickly evaporates. However, we're gonna stay. Well, we're still a white for one thing, but we're gonna have to stay in rounds because until you guys figure out a way to deal with this poison. But this guy's down. This white is still up, so it's gonna attempt to attack Shazra again. Ooh, 20 does not confirm though, right?
Just like 20 isn't 20. Yeah, it doesn't confirm.
Okay, so you get you just take 6 damage and 1 more negative level,
Okay.
and that's his turn. He only has 1 attack. All right, Shazra, I need a Fortitude save and a Will save.
All right.
Okay, you are not affected by the poison this turn.
Is the will save from the thing that died?
Oh yeah, you're right. You don't need to roll the Will save.
Okay.
So yeah, you just have your turn.
I'll just full around it.
Okay. It did get 5 temporary hit points. I don't think the 5 temporary hit points are going to matter here, though, considering that one of those does not confirm, but I think the first attack that was a crit actually is enough to take him out.
Okay.
But we're still in rounds because poison. But yeah, Shazra, you do think at the moment you don't feel like you're being affected by this poison, but it's still in the air, so. But I think that was your second consecutive save, so you got that going for you. Razok.
Fortitude save.
All right, you are fine as well, but there is still poison in this room, and presumably the other rooms in here.
Yeah.
So, what would you like to do? We're no longer really in combat, but like I said, I kind of have to stay in rounds until you guys figure out a way to deal with this.
Shoot. I think if there's any way that I can. Really, no way that I could get rid of it.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have like a spell or something that can deal with it right now. It might be something you have to retreat and come
Is
back
it
to.
magical or is it like physical? Can I detect
Yeah,
magic on it?
I guess I'll try to identify.
So you could
Like,
do when you get to your turn, yeah.
Okay. I thought. Yeah, you're right. You said we're in rounds. Never mind.
I will detect magic.
Okay.
I'll cast it
Um,
if I can identify.
you
What?
do detect magic, but I think that's all you can do in one round. Is there magic?
Hmm.
Yes, no.
Okay.
All right, Billy, fortitude save.
Of course. Okay.
You're fine
Um.
for now.
So I only have one round. I mean, I can just try and dispel it and see what happens, but otherwise,
Are
I
you
don't know. I don't.
talking about dispelling the square?
He's wondering if the poison's like magic. He's thinking maybe if he casts dispel magic, like he might be able to dispel the cloud of poison if it's like a magical cloud. But
Do
he's
I
not sure.
do I see what appears to be alchemically machinery around this room, like it looks like on the map?
Yes.
That really makes me think it's probably not magical. So,
Well, we can just leave the room.
well,
Come back with something, but we just.
I guess did the door shut behind us?
There is a portal still right back here.
Yeah, but
It
there's
looks
other doors we can go through. Yes.
it looks like at the moment it's still open. Yeah, I guess Vander can see into this other room right here. So let me.
Are there any visible vents where the poison is coming from? Right, like if it was a physical poison, it would have to have proper like ventilation to pump it into the room. So if I don't see any vents, I'm gonna assume it's magical.
You can roll perception to look
So
around
I'll
for those.
move action, perception.
I mean, it could be the other way around. If there's no vents, then the poison just stays there, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
I guess.
you don't see any like vents.
I mean, if you just released it and left it forever and it never degrades, it never needs to be replenished, I guess. I'm going to try and just dispel the room and see what happens. Like dispel just like
Okay.
the poison gas in the air. And it's a greater. Yep. Because I don't have normal. So I think I get a bonus maybe if I know I'm dispelling a single thing, but I don't know how that rules if I haven't detected magic first.
All right, you cast a spell. You don't notice the poison definitely is still there though, and you don't notice any. Well, you haven't rolled a caster level check, I guess. Go ahead and roll a caster level check. I guess I'm kind of giving you too
I'm
much
having a
information
really
there.
good feeling that it's not going to
You,
matter.
you rolled really well though. But yeah, you don't see any effect on the cloud of poison, and you're not entirely sure if it did anything.
Yeah, I got my 20s on the perception check and on the dispel that doesn't matter. So
Okay, but the perception I will give you, that you do think the poison might be coming from like this thing.
okay, I will tell the party that machine in the corner. I think it's producing the poison. Maybe there's a way
Yeah.
to turn it off
However,
and fan
yeah,
the air with your big dragon wings.
you also think that the
Oh wait, Boney.
even if you got rid of it, it probably would take a very long time for the poison to degrade, especially because there is no ventilation here.
Yeah, that's my turn.
That is an option. Like smash it, and then eventually maybe the poison will weaken enough.
I 5-foot step down. Also, that's my turn.
Okay.
Hmm.
Efoot, I need a fortitude save.
Woohoo! All right. La, 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 la.
Take one more wisdom damage and then roll on the confusion table.
Well, I could have re-rolled that, but I guess I'll go ahead and take
Oh,
that.
sorry. Sorry,
Yeah.
I should have waited.
1 wisdom damage and a confusion.
Yeah, at this point, you probably kind of can guess roughly what the DC is, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You could act normally anyway, though.
Okay. Wait.
A DC 20. I'll give it. I'll just
Are
give it to you
those
guys.
portcullises closed?
One of them's open, actually. This one below Vander's open because that's what Aerodel or the Aerodel simulacrum came through.
All right.
As you would, those of you that have knowledge arcana might know as a simulacrum because the way it turned into ice and then melted away.
And me, the player who doesn't know how a simulacrum works in Pathfinder, what does that mean?
It's clone.
Basically, it's if you use a simulacrum, you make a copy of whoever you want to make a copy of, but they get half their hit die or levels.
Okay, so it's just like it's like a clone that is
That's
weak.
A
a bit
weaker
weaker,
clone
yeah.
of your yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so if Aerodel was, for example, a 20th level wizard, then this
Be a
simulacrum
level 10.
would have been a level 10 wizard.
Okay, so because in the astral plane, we're pretty sure his soul got scooped up by the psychopomps or
Yeah.
not.
Yep.
So like
Yes.
his soul shouldn't, unless he somehow wiggled out of that, his soul shouldn't be able to get back to like even a clone body.
Simulacrums don't require
No, I'm just theorizing if
souls.
he had a clone body, which is what I thought this was.
That's what you originally thought maybe it was, but
Oh,
yeah,
gosh.
it's looking like maybe this was just a simulacrum he left
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah.
like-
I wonder if we can find a clone body of him and turn into him,
What?
just
Yeah.
like in Shattered Star.
Maybe. Liches usually don't bother with making clones everywhere because they already like have immortality and when they die they respawn at this
Yeah, but he
black
may have
grave.
made it before he became a lich.
I'm
Maybe.
gonna double move, I think. Into this room.
Okay.
And is there like cloud in here?
Oh yeah. I mean these doors weren't even, they're like
Okay.
Gates.
they're like more like gates.
Does it seem like there's more in here or less in here than the other
Seems like
room?
there's the same amount.
Same amount. Okay. That's my turn.
Okay. Vander, I just need just a fortitude save.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then I need a percentage roll. Okay, we got act normally again, but you do take 1 wisdom
Jeez.
damage, which is starting to add up, I think.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Um. Come on.
You do know there's a portal, but that presumably gets out of here, so that is an option. There's a hallway that leads over here, and you think there's a couple doors down there, and then there's a door up here. And Billy pointed out that the poison maybe is coming from this contraption.
No, okay.
Efoot's exploring the room to the south.
Mm-hmm.
Which this looks like, when you get down to there, it looks like it's like a crafting laboratory.
Yeah, I'm curious.
It looks
about all
like
the
it
things I
hasn't,
see.
nothing's been done in it for a long time, but
Oh.
I'm gonna go down the hallway.
Does this clone not do things? Maybe not.
yeah, most simulacrums don't have like any ambition. So, okay, you're heading down the hallway.
But the ones in Rise of the Rune Lords, though, did.
Yep. Went too far. I guess that's fine.
Wait, but maybe that was because there was an actual character and they're telling them to do things. I don't remember.
I mean, what we could do is you guys have wind wall. If you did a wind wall
I do.
deeper in, you could like push the poison that way.
Oh.
Wind wall it off, and then
Well,
It only
yeah.
lasts
maybe-
so long though.
I mean, where is
Yeah,
the wind coming
dispersal.
from, though?
I don't
Because
think
like,
it is.
is it not just is the wind not gonna be made up of poison gas?
You're just like,
yeah, it's true.
It's
That's
just
true.
turning it around.
Yeah,
Well, it'll push it
So-
away.
yeah. Like
You
I was
could-
saying, if we went on to one side of the wind wall and then that like the opposite side.
yeah, that something like that might work.
But it only lasts so many rounds.
Yeah, we really need to destroy this machine and come back after a long time, or we need like life bubble or something.
So, Vander, when you get down here, this door over here is another one of those like grates, so you can see through it. On the other side, it looks like they look kind of similar to the soul gems you guys have been running into. They're definitely smaller. But yeah, that's sort of what it reminds you of. I don't think you have knowledge arcana or anything, so you can't really make any more sense of it from just looking at it.
What is this? Yeah, I don't want to do that. Is there more hallway?
No, there's one more door up here to the north a little bit. That one is not a grated door. It's just a regular door, though.
No, I wouldn't be able to open that. I think, yeah, I'm in double movement territory. Come on. Trying to use a trackpad. Oh, I'm still in my one movement. Okay. Can you open and move a door? Open and move a door in the same turn? Or open a door and move in the same turn?
Yeah, I mean it's a double move basically. Like
Oh.
opening a door is a move action.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't make it.
Yeah, if you want to go to the other door down here, you probably would have to open it next turn.
Yeah. Turn, I guess.
Okay. All right, Shazra, still need a fortitude save, unless you're holding your breath.
I will decide to hold my breath.
Okay.
That is an option we can do, isn't it?
Yes.
That's something.
Granted, if you failed the fortitude save, then you might still have to make the fortitude saves because of the poison ongoing effect. But Shazra
Wait.
actually,
I would be able to open that door because it's still within the. We still have haste, right?
you still have haste, yeah.
Yeah, I would be able to open it.
Okay, we'll reveal that for you then. So you do still see. It looks like there is a cloud in there as well. You don't think this door was like airtight. And yeah, this looks like a storage room. Maybe you see there. It looks like there's like potions and alchemical ingredients stored in here as well as some other stuff. But yeah,
Alright.
if you'd like, you may spend next turn to search through it. So yeah, Shazar, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna move up.
Okay, make sure you keep track of your how long you can hold your
My
breath.
rounds.
Yep. I think if you double move, it uses up. Like if you just take a single move action, then you get like twice your Constitution score. But if you double move, it's going to be basically your Constitution score.
Mm-hmm. Sure, let's just.
And you do have haste as well.
Yeah.
That'll still be on you until round 10, probably. I think Aoife cast in the very first turn.
So Efoot's in what kind of room are you in, Efoot?
Efoot's in like a crafting room.
Like a yes, sort of not like a laboratory. It's more like
It looks like
crafty.
it looks like a crafting workstation
Okay. Yeah,
for like if somebody
crafting.
wanted to craft wondrous items or do alchemy,
And we
maybe even
are looking
weaponsmithing.
for.
A magic crafting.
You don't know what you're looking for exactly. You just know that Pedriarch wanted something that was in here,
Okay.
or maybe he just wanted to see what was in here. Like he was trying to get Smolensek to get into this place. Well, to find it and get into it. And Smolensek had found it, but hadn't figured out how to get in yet.
All right. So let's see. I move 60 each time. So a double move would be 120.
120.
I can move into this room. And just have the dragon wait here.
Okay.
Is this a door right here?
Yes, that is a double door.
Oh, there's a door there too. Yeah, I'll still go here. I'll start looking around later.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Razok, what would you like to do? Hold your breath.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think you made 2 fortitude saves, so you actually don't have the
Yeah.
poison in your system at the moment.
All right. And how long do you hold your breath for? It's
Up
like,
to your constitution score, or double your constitution score if you're only taking a single move action every round. Basically, doing a standard action or taking like a second move action will use 2 rounds, and normally it's twice your constitution score.
okay. So he's gonna move up to the machine.
Okay.
And he is gonna see how to turn this thing off.
Okay, what are you just trying to do a perception to like look for a way to turn it off, or
He has engineering knowledge, but I guess I could
okay, we could do that
perception
too,
first.
knowledge engineering.
Yeah.
Okay, you think you have figured out like where you could damage it to cause it to stop spewing the fog out without causing any like danger, like causing an
Is
explosion or something like that.
okay.
Like you actually are able to kind of tell how this works with that roll.
All right. And I guess I'll be his turn because I guess it'd be standard to do attack or damage it in a certain way.
Okay. All right,
If I'm
Billy.
holding my breath, I imagine I can do all that in one.
I think I'm just gonna hold my breath.
Okay. Were you
And
did you fail? You failed to save last round though, right?
no, I failed it
Or
the first round.
yeah, I think you still are under the effects of it, so you'll have to make the fortitude save anyway at the moment
Okay.
I thought
because it
I
needs.
don't
This
think
is one that.
I don't think it really matters with him
Okay,
because you
you made it.
automatically absorb stuff.
No, I have
He
to
has a
give him a
penalty.
-2.
He has a penalty to it from that. That's his -2
Yeah.
versus no poisons.
Okay.
It's weird, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think he
So
can. I think he can still hold his breath.
I guess I don't know. We're exploring around, I guess. I'm gonna open a door and find a fight, but I'll 5 foot step here and open this door.
Okay.
We're speed exploring. Looks like a summoning circle.
Yeah, you. If you'd like, you may roll a knowledge arcana.
Sure. Oh.
Okay. That's still enough that you think that this was was probably a teleportation circle, although it doesn't look like it is currently active.
Okay.
Maybe it was set up. It was like set up for a location that somehow has connection to it severed, or maybe the place it teleported to doesn't even exist anymore.
Okay, well, do I see with a glance anything else interesting in this room, or is that it just seems like that's the whole purpose of the room?
You can, if you'd like, use a because I think you were next to this door already. You can use another move action to
Well,
do a
then I
perception
have
on it
to
if you'd
lose
like.
my con breath,
Correct.
so I'll wait.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I have like the lowest con here, so I need to just have. Okay, I don't have the lowest. I have
All right,
14.
Aoife, what would you like to do?
I don't want to use all mine though.
Okay. I'm going to detect magic in this room.
Are you holding your breath?
No.
Okay, I need a fortitude save then.
Okay.
I will.
Do, 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 do.
I will say this: if we rest for the
I'm
day,
gonna
I could
re-roll.
prepare air
But no,
bubbles.
you know what? I'm not gonna re-roll that.
Okay. Roll on the confusion table and take 1 wisdom damage.
Okay.
Ooh, that is the attack nearest creature. So you are going to move over and attack Razok,
Oh, Razok, you're so screwed.
presumably with your staff, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I don't have a thing made for it.
Yeah, you can just manually roll it.
Should just be melee. Boom.
Oh, you missed anyway. All
All
right.
That's it.
Just imagine Razat's like, oh, just like steps all away for a second.
What is she doing? Did she
Yeah,
just try to
exactly.
hit me?
Or
The
it's more like he's because this is all happening in this like same 6 seconds or whatever,
Yeah.
or like right after. So it's like she swings and he ducks to like look at the
Yeah, that's
machine.
how I picture it too. Or like he steps over to the side because he's like
Yeah,
trying to get a better angle at part of the machine.
yeah,
Like tilts his head looking at it, and like the staff swings right over where his head tilted.
yeah.
All right, Vander, you gonna keep holding your breath then?
Yes.
Okay. And what would you like to do? Search this room?
Yeah.
Okay. You may roll a perception check. Okay. You find that there is a lot of stuff here, and you probably won't be able to find it all with 1 perception check, but you do immediately find some potions. These potions are labeled as well. These are potions of inflict light wounds, which is
Oh.
not very useful for almost any of you, except I guess you could feed it to the dragon.
I'd say that's great for the dragon.
Yeah.
So
I
there's
think we needed that.
there are 8 potions of inflict light wounds.
Nice.
I'll let Shazard take them all. He doesn't eat.
And
but
you
he
do think that
drinks.
there are other potions and stuff here that'll take you more time to get. Like if you want to keep doing perception checks, you could probably find some more stuff in here.
Okay.
Is there a way we can keep the portal open and then just like push the air through, clear out the room? That'd be funny.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like air is even flowing through that
Flowing
portal.
through.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah. It's not a doorway. It's not like you could set up a fan. Hey, put a fan there and let the air blow out.
All right,
Well, I'll hold
Shazra.
my breath and I'll look around this room as well. And
Okay.
I'm communicating with Eisenroll, for him to help me, like, if he sees anything that Pedriarch might be looking for in particular. To
Yeah,
point
anything that
out to
stands
me.
out. Okay. You can go and roll a perception check as well then. Yeah, you're not finding. It looks like everything that you're looking at looks like junk.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right, Razok. Would you like
Alright.
to just turn this machine off, or like
Off.
disable this
Yeah.
machine?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Like you find a spot where you're like, if I just shoot an arrow into this, it'll like I said, it will stop it from spewing things out, but do it in such a way that it won't explode from like
Yeah.
from overpressuring something.
Yep. He will do that.
Okay.
And
You do so.
then
The cloud is still here for the moment, but you do think that given time, it might disperse or lose its
Or given
potency.
a wind wall, perhaps.
Mhm.
It might
That
speed
could
it
help.
up.
That could speed it up potentially. Yep.
Yep. Disperse it a little bit better.
And then yeah, I'll say if you'd like, you can still move somewhere.
Yeah. I guess since she searched that, he'll start moving over with them.
Well, she didn't really search down there. She just walked in there and then attacked you.
I guess
I got confused.
I'll step past her.
What a confusing place.
Okay.
I would tell her something, like say, like hold your breath, but can't really speak right now.
Can't speak while holding your breath. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess.
But you know who can?
I can.
Billy. Yeah.
Wait, how do I hold my breath? I mean, I guess I hold my breath.
Whoa.
I just prevent myself from absorbing.
Yeah, I think you can still hold your breath. You still breathe.
Okay, that's right.
You can still like mentally make yourself stop breathing.
I have perceptions in here to see if I spot anything.
Well, you won't get to do that until next turn because you
already
used
just moved
an action to do that.
Yep.
All right, Billy, what would you like to do?
I should still have haste, right?
Yeah, it's gonna go for another 5 rounds.
All right, I'm gonna move.
I was kind of agonizing doing this by the round by round, but unfortunately, that's what we got to do.
Yeah.
I'll move over here in a single move action.
Also, I guess
that's
technically y'all still hasted.
Yeah, that's
what he's saying.
But the inspire would be off.
Inspire
courage ward off. Yeah. I don't think that should matter too much because
not right now.
No one's making attack rolls, fortunately.
We're also fatigued.
Oh yeah, you also are fatigued. Do not forget.
Yep, it's check marked.
Yep.
That's my turn though.
All right, Efoot.
Do I see the others holding their breath? I guess they do. I'm gonna try holding my breath.
Okay. You do still need to make a fortitude save though, because you already have breathed in the poison and it is still in your system.
Wonderful. I will fortitude away.
But if you hold your breath and make the save a couple times,
it's kind of funny.
It can go away.
I thought about like drinking a potion of lesser restoration, but I realized that you drink it, you gotta breathe because you can't swallow something without breathing.
I think you technically can actually.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like,
I mean, you wouldn't get enough in your system to match.
You can drink a potion while underwater, for example. Like, somebody actually like proved it. Like they did like a test. Like I'm taking a bottle of wine and I'm drinking it in my swimming pool.
Yeah.
And proved that it actually is very easy to drink
am I water. Confused because I failed?
If you're sticking with that, then yes, you are confused. So, and you take one wisdom damage.
The air in your lungs goes into the container.
So you get to continue holding your breath, which is important.
I kind of like shake my head because I like apparently went to go stab Razok, but then Razok just passes by me, and then I like turn around into the room, and I'm like, oh yeah, and I'm gonna go back into the room, and I'm gonna detect magic.
Okay. You means you have to quit holding your breath to cast detect magic, unfortunately.
That's okay.
All right. You do detect magic, but unfortunately that's all you can get from one round of detect magic.
Okay. I will tell Razok that there's something magical in here. I know it.
Okay.
All right.
And then yeah, you do take the one. You're technically confused, even though you got to act normally, and you do take the one.
Yeah. Unfortunately, my sheet won't.
It's kind of funny we were doing this by rounds.
Yeah.
He disabled it, and then I guess he could say that he disabled it.
Mm.
And then if we rested outside, he could prepare a bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Fair,
Oh, yeah.
but it's all good.
All right, Vander. Yeah, I mean,
All right.
just
I'll search
endure
again.
this.
Yeah.
Everyone can hold their breath for about a minute.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not a good roll, but you do still find something somewhat useful. You do find what looks to be a wand.
Mm.
Okay.
I don't think you know what the wand does just from finding it though. But
No.
so you find a wand, and later I'll tell you what it is probably when you guys go back outside. Okay. Shazra.
All right. There's a way to get into this room.
There's a grate that's there, like a. As far as you can tell, it looks like you can just slide it open. Doesn't look like it's locked or anything.
All right, yeah, I'll do
So
that.
you move over there and open it.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, it opens right up.
Okay.
All right. Razok, you continue holding your breath.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I
Look
could just
around.
use that perception I rolled earlier.
What did you roll?
That's what I'm scrolling up for. Where was it? Scrolling down for.
There it is. 22. Okay.
Yep. Since I rolled it.
You find
and
one thing that you find actually is you find a spell book, or it looks to be a spell book maybe, sitting on the table.
Oh.
all right.
And it is
Ew.
actually currently open, and yeah, like that's how you know it's a spell book, because
Yeah.
like you recognize what look like arcane
Glyphs.
writing.
Yeah. He will pick it up, I guess.
Okay.
And then continue walking in and see if he spots anything else. But
Yeah, that's all you find for this round.
yeah, for that round. Yep.
All right, Billy. You see Shazra open the
Okay.
grate ahead of you.
Yeah, I guess
You guys both.
I'll-
I guess Shazra could have rolled the knowledge arcana. Look into that.
Look into what?
When you open that grate and look into that room, if you'd like, you can roll a knowledge arcana, since I know you have it.
Sure.
I think Vander looked in there earlier but doesn't have it. Okay. Yeah, these look very similar to the soul gems you saw, definitely much smaller, and they don't look like they like there's something off about them. Like you think that maybe they're like someone's attempt at making those but not successful. Perhaps these were
Mhm.
like early prototypes.
Hmm. I guess I'm just gonna continue holding my breath and I'll move into the room.
Okay. And
10,
yeah, you
10,
could make a
15,
knowledge arcana to see if you get the same information if you'd like.
Sure, why not? Kana. 4,
Yeah, I
6.
mean, you maybe don't quite have as immediate of an understanding of it, but I think that's still enough that you kind of get the same gist. Like these look like
Yeah.
shittier versions of this giant soul gems you guys have been finding all over Rahadum.
Okay, that's my total move with haste.
Okay.
Single move.
All right, Efoot. I need a fortitude save.
Oh.
Then after that, you can decide if you want to continue concentrating. You keeping that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll on the confusion table.
I mean, we're not in threat, so there's no point. Yeah. Wasting those
Hey,
things.
that's good. So you could act normally. So if you'd like, you may continue concentrating.
Yeah, I'm gonna concentrate and what do I get to Wait.
Let's see. Detect magic, Pathfinder.
You still get
I
the
think you
wisdom
get the
point though.
number. You do still get the 1 wisdom damage too.
Yeah.
Second round, you get the number of different magical auras and the power of the most potent aura. And then, so what would be the power of this thing that you sense then?
Do
Based
I
on
have
the
to roll
caster level.
a knowledge? Or no?
That's on round 3, I think. Yeah, third
Oh.
round's when you can make a knowledge check. So you just know the number of different magical auras.
Do I know where it is though? I can point it out. I think I should know its
Nope, location is actually third round too.
Third
You just
round,
get a
okay.
number.
Gotcha.
So let's
okay.
see. You get, let's see, 1, 2. This is just within like the, basically like the cone of this room.
I
I'm
guess I
assuming you
did
probably,
step in, so I'll just put my body in.
yeah,
here.
you probably would have put yourself like kind of close to a corner so you could like get the whole room within the cone, I'm
Right.
assuming.
Yeah.
But 1, 2, 3. Yeah, surprisingly not a whole lot in this room. You actually only get 3, but one of them is a very, very strong aura.
Okay. I'm like, whoa, there's a lot of magic in here.
All right, Vander.
I'm just
Does it feel like I've
up.
thoroughly searched this room?
No, you do think there's still more stuff here.
Okay.
Okay. This time you find 3 potions of fly.
Okay.
All right, Shazra.
So I just think that these are imperfect things. That's
Yeah,
it.
they look like an imperfect version of the soul gems, and that you guys have seen several of now, and it's much smaller as well.
Could they be put in my bag easily?
Not super easily, but as in like it'd probably take you an action for each individual one, but yeah, like relatively easy, I guess.
Mm,
There are a dozen of them. So yeah, it'd take you 1 round for each one you want to stow away, basically, and then you'd have to like kind of heft them into there, and it looks like they are connected into um like they're kind of hooked into place there too. So you'd have to like disconnect them from this apparatus that's like holding them.
we'll just leave it. I'm gonna continue onwards. I'm
Okay.
gonna open that grate.
So this looks like it is just like a dingy prison cell. It has some skeletons in it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's my turn.
Okay. All right, Razok.
Look around.
Ooh, that's a good roll. There you go. Okay, you find what looks to be a totem made out of a strange, kind of similar to like the Divinity Bane metal that you've seen before, but it's shaped as a totem that looks like a dragon.
He
It really
is.
stands out to you.
Yeah.
It reminds you a lot of Pedriarch or Smolensk. Like you think it actually might be trying to depicting a magma dragon.
Yeah. It's made out of the vein metal though. Or it looks like it.
You don't know if it's made out of it. You think it may be something like like the Divinity's Bane metal is like an alloy, so you think maybe this could be like a similar alloy with like similar like maybe there's something different in the recipe of it, but you think it's very similar. Like it has a very similar appearance, but it's like off color a little bit. Like
Okay.
you think it's like darker.
Yeah. He is gonna keep that in mind, but he's not gonna touch it.
Okay.
So he'll remember where it's at and keep going.
Okay. Billy.
Well, that sounds interesting over there, but I don't know about that. I will look in this cell room that Shazra. Did Shazra open the door or no?
I did.
Okay. I will look in here and see what's going on.
Okay.
Do we do like a perception for?
Sure.
I'll do the move action to really look around.
Yeah, you are very confident that there is nothing interesting here, really. These dead bodies have been here for, like, I mean, they're practically dust at this point.
Okay, I don't see any items or anything. They're just
No,
dead bodies.
you think there's just dead bodies here that were maybe put here. Judging
As
from
the
what you
soldiers.
saw in the past room, maybe Aradel brought people here and was trying to like experiment with making those soul capturing gems that they have under the city, under the city's
Okay.
Arahadim.
Hey, it could have been
Maybe he was
Shazra's
working on
sword. Its body. You never know.
Okay, and then I'm gonna use the rest of my move
possibly,
to go
although
out if I can.
yeah, Eisenroll didn't say he was here when he was killed.
Mm-hmm.
He was in that other. I think he was actually specifically in that other lab that you guys found
Oh
Eisenroll in.
yeah.
So I go in, take a look around, and then turn around and come back this way. And that used 2 breath rounds. So I think that was
Okay.
4 now or 5. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll just breathe for a round or 2 and then hold my breath again. I'm sure it'll be fine.
All right, Efoot. I need you to roll a fortitude save again. I guess you could be holding your breath now when you're just concentrating on, because you already cast the spell, but you still need the fortitude save regardless.
It's not a poison, or is it still a poison enemy?
There is still poison around you. The machine was disabled, but so there's no more new poison coming into it, but the poison that was in the room is still here.
Oh, okay. I'll just.
This means that if you guys had some way to clear it out, it wouldn't come back now. Or if you wait long enough, maybe it'll disperse. But it'll take a very long time because you're in an extra dimensional, like,
Okay. Well, I'll hold
plane,
my
kind of.
breath, but I still have to make a roll because it's
Because it's in your
Yeah.
system already. Yep.
Okay. Okay. And
Keeping that one, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are not confused this round.
Yay.
And if you make another save, then you will be cured as long as you keep your breath held. Because it's a
Woohoo.
two saves to block it. Alternatively, if you hold your breath for 6 rounds, it'll run its course. So yeah, you finish concentrating on your detect magic.
Yeah.
So yeah, you detect the magic auras. Well, I guess when Razok you would have detected the ones on him, but you detect 3 magic auras besides the ones that were on Razok.
Yeah.
One of them is actually on that statue. That seems to be the strongest one.
Okay.
And then there is also a magic aura coming from near the desk. Looks like there is like something probably inside the desk that you're detecting it from.
Oh, okay.
And then the last one is one that you're kind of detecting within like everything. Like it's kind of an aura within the whole room.
Oh, okay. I will point those
You can
out
do
to
knowledge arcana on those if
Razak.
you'd like as well. I think.
I think
Yeah,
I
you can make knowledge
will.
arcana skill checks to determine the school of magic on each of them if you'd like. So is that for which one? The statue?
Yeah, sure.
Let's see. I
Strong
don't think
one.
that's enough to know what the statue school is because it's based off of the caster level of it. 15 plus spell level or 15 plus half the caster level for a non-spell effect. So yeah, you don't know what it is that's on the statue. You're not sure the school of that one. Would you like to do either the one in the desk or the one in on the room as a whole?
The desk.
Okay. You're not sure what the one in the desk is either. I
Okay.
can do one more if you'd like.
For the room as a whole, I would like to. I can use Lore Master on this.
To take 10?
Or a 20 if I want to
Oh,
do
okay.
that. I'm not sure if I
Sure.
want to take 20, but have I been rolling well? No, I'm not gonna do that because I don't have any points in.
Knowledge Arcana. You're just doing
Yeah.
you're able to do it on Shay because you're a bard.
Yeah, this is input. She don't know shit. All right. She just miraculously knows things.
In this case, though, you don't know what any of these auras are. You just know that the one in the room is also very strong. The one that's in the desk seems pretty weak, though.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll say there's a very strong magic in the room and on that armor. But there's something in that desk that's not so strong. I guess that's all my turn because I concentrate. I guess I could move, but I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. All right, Vander, would you like to keep searching this room?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. You find a scroll case. It looks like it has a few scrolls inside of it. I don't think you have read magic, so you probably can't tell what the scrolls are yet, but you do think that these probably would be valuable to someone like Shazra or Yfoot, or maybe even Billy. They're probably arcane scrolls, but
Okay.
and then at that point as well, you are with that roll, you're able to determine. You're pretty sure that you've gotten everything valuable in this room. You think anything else here has been here way too so long that it's like deteriorated or crumbled into dust, or wood if you tried to touch it. Like it looks like there are a lot of alchemical ingredients that are no longer useful because they're too old.
Their
But yeah,
half-lives have expired.
we got some decent magic stuff that were in here. Which one expired?
I said their half-life has expired.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, long ago.
Yep.
All right, Shazra.
So if there's just skeletons in here, nothing like stands out at a glance, right? Like there's no jewelry or items on the ground.
Would you like to make a perception check?
Mm.
Billy already went in there and looked around and walked out. So I guess as if you trust Billy's assessment on it, he didn't think there was anything interesting.
I don't think so. Although Vander might be able to find. If anyone can find something, it's Vander. So as I go out, I'll just, if I see Vander, I'll just give him a hand sign to go check that way.
Okay.
And then I'll keep going. Let's see. It looks like they're checking out that room, the bottom. So I'll go over here and I'll head towards this room.
I guess with Billy, we can kind of still kind of communicate.
Billy can communicate with anyone he wants. Yeah, and you guys.
Yeah.
I think you guys can communicate with him too telepathically.
Yeah. I would have said something.
So yeah,
about
I guess
the statue in here.
I was making it seem like you had to just kind of judge on his intentions, but Billy actually could literally tell you that he didn't see anything in that room down here. Like he could just be like, "Yep, nothing in there."
Yeah.
Yeah, and
For
like
sure.
before when Billy said I didn't know
I'm the
anything about it.
communicator here.
Yeah, he's the go-between. So when I
I'm the
saw that statue,
walkie-talkie.
I probably would have been like, "Yeah, there's a
Yeah, that's my
item
turn.
in here to check out. I don't want to touch it," type of thing.
Yeah, and he's still within 100 feet, so you could
Yeah,
just pull up if he's 100 feet. So
yeah,
okay, so Billy knows about the dragon statue in there,
Okay, I want to go check that out. That's
and
my
Efoot
plan.
might have said that that is the strongest magic aura in the room too,
yeah.
because she's
And
not
it'd be
holding her. Well,
my
actually, she
my
is holding
turn
her breath
now.
now, so she might not have said that.
But she could say it to me,
She could say it to you though.
Yeah,
especially once
Yeah.
I get there.
Oh.
I would check the drawer that she like pointed at.
Okay, once it gets. Oh, it is your turn. Okay.
Yep. Mhm.
When you first open it, you don't see anything. Would you like to make a perception check?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, hidden.
Okay. You actually do find that it looks like there's like a false bottom in it, and
Yeah.
when you remove that, you find there. It looks like there is. Um, it looks like it's some sort of like a little like maybe glass charm or something. Um, at a glance, you can't tell what exactly it does. It just looks like it kind of has a like kind of a triangular shape, like almost like but more like a prism, like a
Okay.
not an angular triangle, but like
Mhm.
yeah, like kind of rounded edges. But
Okay. He will, I guess, grab it.
okay,
He has the book. He has the spell book and that. And that's his turn.
all right, Billy, what would you like to do?
I am heading back to where that dragon totem is.
Okay,
10,
Dragon
15,
Totem is on the
20,
south
25,
side of this
30,
room. We'll say
40, 50, 55, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Wait, why am I moving 100?
double moving.
Right. Oh yeah, I can go 120. Okay. Sure. I get wherever I see the dragon totem.
Yeah, it's down here.
Okay, and that's a double move. And that's 7 rounds of holding breath, I think.
Okay. Efoot,
Yeah,
you are
counting 2.
assuming you're still holding your breath. But I will need another fortitude save. If you make it, then you're cured. You're cured.
Okay.
Do you like to re-roll?
Nope.
Okay, you take one more damage, and you get a roll on the confusion table. You babble incoherently.
Oh, lovely.
Is she performing?
No.
No. So it's even more
It
incoherent
might
than normal.
sound, yeah.
All right, Vander, you think you've thoroughly searched this room.
No. I'm just gonna move all the way back.
Okay. All right, Shazra.
I'm gonna move up, and I'm gonna check out this room for myself.
Okay. Are you just looking in general, or are you trying to examine the runes specifically?
The runes.
Okay, you can do a knowledge arcana or a knowledge planes. Okay. You think this is a teleportation circle, kind of mixed with like a plane shift. Like you think it's supposed to connect to a different plane.
Mhm.
Probably You're not sure exactly which one. You think it was probably used to go somewhere on you think the plane of fire, but or maybe a demi-plane on that was like in the plane of fire, but it doesn't seem like it works anymore. Um, and you're not 100% sure why. You think that it's possible that it linked to a demi-plane that doesn't exist anymore.
Could I link it somewhere else?
Possibly. Um, it would probably take a lot of work and the right spells, but it maybe could substitute as like the material component, basically.
Hmm. All right. All right, that's my turn.
There's like a teleportation circle spell normally requires like material components. And you do think you could recycle these material components, or at least some of them, to get like if you wanted to make a new teleportation circle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Billy.
I will inspect the totem-y thing. I guess I'll just detect magic.
Okay, unlike everyone else, you can do that while holding your breath. So,
Yeah.
all right, you do detect that there is magic in this room, in that direction.
And I'll see you next round.
All right,
Right.
yep, Efoot. I need another fortitude save.
Oh. Oh my gosh. It's taking forever. All right.
Okay, you're fine this round.
Okay. I don't know what we're doing. What are we doing?
We're looking for something. We're not sure what.
Did we look at the armor or the statue or whatever I detected
I
the
think
magic
Billy's
on?
starting to look at it. He's
Okay.
starting to do his own detect magic on it.
Oh, then I will go up to it and spellcraft it. Since I've already been
Unfortunately, you'll have
detecting.
to, since you lost your concentration on it from being confused last round, you're gonna have to re-up your detect magic.
Oh my god. Can we just... Dude. Then I will start detecting magic. I'm tired and my back hurts, so this just...
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately, I have to keep it in rounds because
Yeah.
the wisdom damage could add up and knock you unconscious. Like, how much
I
wisdom
mean, it
damage do you have on
already
you right now?
is. I have 5.
Yeah, so if you get 5 more, you fall unconscious.
Yeah, we need
so-
to do something. Like, you guys, like, I don't know. I can't do anything. I should probably just leave. That's what I probably
Just keep
should
holding
do.
your breath.
No, I have to
Just
cast
breathe.
magic in order to do what we're doing.
I don't.
Yeah, Billy's saying you can just let me deal with it.
Alright,
Exactly.
I'm gonna start heading towards the portal. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I think that's a reasonable thing to do. You could probably, if you double move, get to the portal and go out it this turn.
I'll just go to it, but yeah,
And
I'll
wait
just...
by it.
Yeah. Is
Okay.
that over here?
Yep. All right, Vander, what would you like to do? I think Billy's probably told you all that he's going to examine this statue, so.
Okay.
And you still have probably quite a few rounds of holding your breath too. Who has the
Yeah, I've been
lowest?
holding my breath for 3 rounds.
Yeah, who has the lowest con in the party? Is it Billy?
I have 14.
Yeah. I think
I
everyone.
think it's Razok has 12, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Razok has the lowest con then.
I have 12. Well, technically, I have 10 right now, too.
From the
Oh,
Negative
jeez.
level.
the negative level shouldn't impact your con.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Then, yeah, 12. I can also.
Damage. I'm gonna just sit in here.
Okay, that's fine. All right, Shazra, would you like to do anything else?
I guess I'm gonna go join the investigation down here.
Okay.
So it's the statue that you guys are all looking at?
Yes, they're all looking at the statue. It's over on this desk. There's some other stuff on it too, but the statue's what was what detected as magic.
Oh, it's over here.
Yeah, it's on the like shelf, one of the
And
shelf
there's
right
other
there.
stuff that's detecting as magic that hasn't been looked at yet?
No, everything else that was detecting as magic has been scouted out and looked at. There's other
All right.
stuff that does not detect as magic in
I'll
here,
just
though.
go over here and I'll lend my magical expertise.
So, did you double move to get here, or was this a single move?
This is a double move.
Okay, so next turn then. All right.
Yeah.
Razok, would you like to do anything?
He just starts walking towards the middle.
Okay. And yeah, if you guys are just standing in this room too, keep in
I
mind
guess.
it takes only
I get-
one round of holding your breath instead of the two it normally takes. So
Yeah, I guess he'll look around and see if he sees like any valuables, like stuff
okay, a
that.
perception roll then.
Yeah, he's looking for magical stuff originally. Look for valuable stuff. There we go.
You think that you see stuff maybe that might be valuable? Would you like to roll an appraise with that perception as well?
Mm-hmm. I have it.
You can do appraise untrained even if you don't have it. Not a great roll, so it's hard to tell exactly which is which, at least right now. But you do think that some of this stuff might be like crafting materials, basically, that you
Okay.
could that like raw crafting materials. So they're not magic right now, but they could be used to make magic items, for example.
Okay. He will he'll grab some of the stuff then, or grab it.
Okay. Try to grab what you think might be valuable. It's, like I said, it's really hard for you to
Yeah, hard.
tell.
Yeah.
I guess you could probably compensate for that by just picking up more weight.
He grabs all of it.
Okay.
I have a like 20 strength or whatever right now.
Okay.
But yeah, he'll grab a good
grab
amount.
like
Good
150
amount.
pounds of stuff, basically, and
Yeah, it just carries the whole room.
okay.
Nah,
You start
but
gathering up as much stuff
yeah,
as you
but
can.
so,
You
yeah,
figure out
yeah,
once you get outside, you can do a more
yeah.
thorough investigation, figure out what you actually need.
Yep.
Okay. Billy, would you like to continue concentrating then?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah,
I check school, is it?
you don't get school until round 3 actually, which is also when you can just
Oh,
identify it. So
okay.
you just get like the location and strength of the auras. So it's like a really overwhelmingly powerful magic
I
aura, but
I'm wondering if this is the relic that the time dragon was talking about that said Pedriarch could like control or stop a dragon. That's my feeling. But we'll see.
Yes.
Efoot,
Uh,
just delaying for now.
yeah, I think so.
Okay. Same thing for Vander. Shazra, what would you like to do?
I'm going to help check this out.
Okay, so do you stop holding your breath to cast detect magic, or would you like to do some? What would you like to do exactly?
Hmm.
Could also just like look on the shelf, see what else is there. It does look like there's other stuff on the shelf.
Is there an elf on the shelf?
Maybe.
But we're still trying to figure out what the statue does, right?
Yes.
Hmm. You know what? I'm gonna throw up a wind wall. That way we can study it for like, I don't know, a minute or so.
So you just put the wind wall like kind of right where you're standing.
No, I'm just gonna have it be like I'm gonna shape it like a hemisphere. And I'm just gonna give us a hemisphere of this wind that just pushes all of the gas and the poison away.
Okay.
And that's gonna be my turn.
Is that gonna knock stuff off the shelf?
Let's see. Particularly light things.
Okay, so yeah, it looks like there's like some sheets of paper that go fluttering about. Most of the stuff is a little heavier and doesn't really go too far, but yeah, some sheets of
Yeah,
paper and
loose materials and cloth garments fly upward.
yeah, so sheets of paper that were kind of tucked between things on the shelf and lying on the shelf, just especially ones that aren't tucked between anything or just lying in a stack on the shelf. Bunch of bunch of it just goes flying all over the place. But the uh, you think that probably the air around the right directly around you is probably relatively fine. You do, I guess, have to stop holding your breath to do the somatic components for wind wall. But I'll say it's a short enough time, and you're mostly breathing out. Um, that when you start breathing again after doing that, it's already cleared out, so you don't have to start making fortitude saves again.
All right.
All
All
right,
right.
and Billy, you may, if you'd like, make a spellcraft or a knowledge arcana, or both if you really want.
We'll start with spellcraft.
Okay. That's a pretty good roll. You think that what this does, it seems like it has sort of a like an aura that saps the strength of a particular um like individual, like it saps it basically like kind of weakens their soul by being near them. You don't know specifically, although you can maybe guess through context clues who it would affect. But the
Probably
spellcraft doesn't.
Pedriarch,
Yeah, the spellcraft doesn't actually give you that information specifically.
because Pluto's like, these players need more help against Pedriarch.
Specifically, you think that if you held this next to whoever it's uh, tied to, um, and it once it's crafted, you can't tie it to anyone new. It has to. You basically have to have while crafting it, you have to have access to a like a body part or blood of who you want to tie it to, and while holding it to them, they suffer. If it's within 100 feet of them, they basically are the effects of 4 negative levels.
Oh my. Do I actually think it's Pedriarch? Like in intuition?
You think it's a very good chance that it's Pedriarch.
I just
Um,
like me the player, I'm trying to figure out why, because I thought that Pedriarch and Aradel were team buddies. But I guess maybe he was using this to as a just in case. I don't like, did they have a falling apart when he became a lich? I don't know. That it's a little confusing to me. Maybe there's a way we can find out more, though.
I mean, that's just a suspicion, right? It's not confirmed.
Correct. I mean, the other thought I had is maybe it was for your bone dragon guy, because that's how Pedriarch got him to like follow. But I'm like, no, Pedriarch's pretty big, strong enough. He wouldn't need that.
Also, this has been like, why would he be sending Smolenczek to get the thing to control
Smolenczek's weekend.
Smolenczek? And
Yeah,
he's like,
that's true.
"Yeah, I'll do that for you, boss." Like that sounds.
That's true. Yeah.
Seems like a weird way to go about that.
There's
And
something
also,
more to
why would he
this
need
story.
it if he's already got him under his control?
Yeah, there's something more to this story between Pedriarch and Aradel that we don't know, like some kind of falling out or suspicion of each other.
Huh.
Because
Anyway, that's
I
what you
tell the
get.
party, what I think this is.
Do you you had to touch it obviously to do the spellcraft. Do you since it's in your hands now, do you go ahead and just pick it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll put it in my handy haversack. Why not?
Efoot, do you continue delaying and holding your breath for now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Delay.
Okay. All right, Shazra.
All right, so Billy took the statue.
Yeah, he's holding it in his hands right now.
All right, and I assume that you're telling us what you think about it.
Yeah, I think he told you telepathically.
Yeah. I said telepathically what
And
I
I think
thought,
he
like,
might
what
have
that
also
was.
conveyed that he's not sure what to think about it being in there.
We'll figure it out somewhere else that's not here.
Yeah, this is certainly what Pedriarch sent.
Yeah, if you guys would
Small
like,
whatever for.
if you guys would like, you guys are all holding your breath right now. We can get out of this nonsense and have you guys all exit out of here if you'd like.
Well, there could be more hidden
Or
loot.
alternatively, everyone can move down into the wind wall for now. I think the wind wall lasts for
13 rounds.
13 rounds? Okay, so it's not very long. It lasts for about
Yeah,
a
it's
minute,
not that
but
long.
you guys could all go in there and at least be able to breathe in the wind wall area for a minute and do some quick discussion before holding your breath again and exiting if you want. Up to you guys.
I'll just talk to everyone telepathically. Did anyone find anything else that you want to investigate here, or are we good to go?
No, I don't think so.
I think we
Good
got
to
the
go.
most important thing.
Okay.
Okay, I tell everyone telepathically. Everyone says we're good to go, even if they didn't tell me that. That's what I say,
Sure.
and then we go.
All
All right,
right.
yeah, we'll move out.
Mhm.
Okay. We will
And as
exit.
Razak's leaving the portal, he shoots an arrow, blow up the machine. I'm just joking. Your dragon's just been sitting there the whole time.
Yeah. The dragon says he wants to leave too. Is the dragon still wearing the hat of disguise this entire time?
Yes.
Too?
Yeah.
So it looks like a griffin, like a really depressed griffin.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, we can make it look like, I don't know.
I guess technically the whites when they were getting like attacked by it or attacking it would have to make like also I guess I technically played it wrong. One of them probably could have tried attacking it thinking it was a griffin and that it could energy drain it.
Yeah.
And then have to make a will save to figure out, oh shit, this is just another undead. Like I don't want to be attacking this because I can't energy drain it.
Yeah, but I feel like undead can sense alive things. Maybe not.
Well, Aradel could actually, because Aradel had life sense.
Yeah.
So Aradel would know that it's not alive at least.
Mhm.
I can't remember if the whites do or not. Let me
Oh.
double check. Maybe the whites have life sense too, actually. Nope, they have dark vision, but no life sense on the whites. But yeah, liches get it. It's like part of the lich package. All right, you guys exit back out and can freely breathe the air again.
Woo!
With fresh air, island air.
Does anybody have a restoration spell?
No.
All right, I'll have to go buy one.
Yeah.
No, Razak has a couple potions.
Of
I don't know if
restoration.
yeah, lesser. I don't know if I have enough.
I don't
Oh,
think
no, he
Blaster
He needs
fixes
full
what I need.
restoration because he got hit by the whites, so he has 2 negative
Oh,
levels.
yeah.
They're temporary right now, though.
Yep.
So
But-
just a single casting of restoration will fix them.
Yep.
But I am gonna.
And you only need the 100 GP material component instead of 1,000.
Yeah.
And the wisdom damage will go away, right? When we rest.
Wisdom damage will
Yeah.
heal one per day just from resting.
Okay.
You could potentially heal more if you get like long-term care or like
Cool.
literally rest
Kinda
for a full 24 hours. You can get like 2 healed instead of 1.
Heal. Who has the most? I mean,
I think Efoot has the most
Efoot,
wisdom
yeah.
damage, 100%, because
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
everyone else started holding their breath, and Efoot just kept like
No one
You
put
know,
E-foot, so
doing
he
Efoot
hands you-
things.
we were holding our
He
breath.
hands- He hands you.
Do we know what the closest city is that would have access to like a
Bodasani.
restoration? Is it still Bodasani? God, I'm tired of this place.
I mean, we left from that port. And it
mean-
was not that far, right?
It took you like a full day on a boat, like
I
14
can
hours on a boat to get
Okay.
here. So I mean, it's not you aren't close to like any city right now on foot,
Right.
but I mean you have teleport. You can go to whatever city you
Yeah,
want.
I have 1,300 miles worth of.
We're only 2 teleports away.
Yeah, 1,300 miles is enough to get you anywhere in Rahadum, or honestly, you could go to Cheliax. Like you're close enough to there too. That's just across the. There's like a strait that goes right to it.
I should.
They're just to the north. If you wanted to, you could go to the capital of Cheliax.
I'm going home, guys. Bye.
No, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Which I do want to know. We're probably going to end session up pretty soon. I am going to give you a couple things real quick though. First, the stuff that Vander found that he didn't know what it did.
Mhm.
So the wand is a wand of Soul Trap.
Nice.
With
Oh
it's only got 12 charges left, and you would still need the crystal to trap a soul in. You can use any crystal or gem worth at least 500 GP per CR of the creature, though. And it doesn't matter what type of gem it is.
Is the spell trap the soul?
No, it's the spell Soul Trap.
Soul trap? Okay.
Yep. Or wait, no, it might be Trap the Soul. Hold on a second. I might be looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, see, Trap the Soul's too high a level. You know what? I might be just screwed up here because I think this is actually a third-party spell for Soul Trap, so it probably it actually probably wouldn't be that. I just have to retcon and say it's something else.
I mean, it can
You
just
could
be
just
a
make it
custom
like
spell that he made.
a rod or staff of soul trapping. All it does is cast trap the soul.
And we know we're not going to sell it for gold because Shazra exists.
I mean, we could.
No, because the
sure the
souls
knight-
we get and trap
but
will be
the-
in
like
the
it.
staff. I think soul trapping sounds fun. Let's trap Pedriarch's soul.
I mean, yes, I think that would be a good idea.
You know what? I'm gonna say what it actually is instead is it seems like it's a wand, but yeah, it's actually just it's actually just like a consumable item that has a like it just is a single cast of Trap the Soul.
Sweet.
Yeah,
But
and you
you
just
need
have
the
to
gem component.
you just attach a gem to it, and then you can use Trap the Soul with it one time.
All right.
It is a single use item.
Still fun.
Nice.
So sort of a Trap the Soul wand, one charge. Technically breaking the rules of wands, though.
What could have been it could have been a wand that had 50 charges. Is just one charge left.
Well, no, I mean it's breaking the rules of wands because wands can only go up to 6th level spells normally, and
yeah.
Trap the Soul is an 8th level spell. So
Okay.
you normally can't get wands of an 8th level spell. I say normally
Yeah.
because they can technically you could technically still have them as you know I'm the GM. I can say whatever. I can have wands of whatever I want.
hmm
Actually, I wonder if somebody has it like on a weird spell list that maybe I don't see anything on there though. Looks like it's level 8 for sorcerer, wizard, or witch, or on the psychopomp
Occultist.
subdomain, or level 9 on the souls domain. Maybe a cultist can get it at a weird level. Yeah, I don't know.
Who knows?
Anyway,
It's fine.
that's what that is.
Right. Oh, the spell book
And then
he hands to.
there's some scrolls. Okay, the spell book I actually have an item I can give to
Yeah.
somebody.
He gives it to.
That has a list of the spells.
Sh-
It's actually kind of funny.
Ashka.
I used a like a generator to make the spell book, and it
Mhm.
and then I just I drag and dropped the text into Foundry, and it actually copied over all the hyperlinks. So each of the spells in this spell book actually links to it on the SRD,
Nice.
which is wild. I didn't even know it would do that, but
Yeah.
um,
And then
so
the
I think
little
I can put
triangle
that in
thing
the
too.
loot sheet.
The
Oh yeah, the
triangle.
triangle thing. I haven't told you what that does. Okay, so um that is that is an item that you can it's like a single use item where if you throw it and like break it, it will cast plane shift to the material plane
Oh, that's good.
for you, and if you hold other people's hands,
Okay.
for example, you could do multiple people. But yeah, it's basically like an escape to the material plane emergency item.
Mhm.
Presumably he had it kept in there in the false bottom, and it was a way if he needed to escape this laboratory, he could just throw that and he'd be out because the laboratory was not on the material plane. If he used that, he would pop back into the material plane and could make an escape.
Yeah.
Um, and then yeah, did I ever actually? I never actually hit end combat, did I? Oh yeah, because we had to keep track of rounds. So let me do that, and I can give some XP here.
Aoife, do you have that one bard feature that makes opponents like that Dirge of Doom, I think it's called?
I do have Dirge of Doom.
Okay, that's a very good one. Lowers their saves.
Mhm.
Which is also a consumable. Oh, there's some scrolls as well. I actually don't know what the scrolls are yet, though. I'll have to give you guys a list, but there's gonna be 5 scrolls, and I just got to figure out what I want them to be, which I
Sweet.
think I'll do. I think I'll do for next session because I'm like out of mental bandwidth for it.
All right.
But let me get that spell book as well. This is actually a very valuable spell book with lots of spells that a lot of you guys are never gonna be able to use because it has up to level 9 spells in it.
Eh,
Um, and I don't think we have any prepared spellcasters that go up that level. But some of the stuff might be on the mega spell list, so feel free to look through that. I think I can move this from Aradel's sheet into the loot sheet. Let me try it. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, here it is. I didn't, because it's unlinked, I put it directly on the sheet, only in the sheet that's on the map. Okay. It should be in the loot sheet. If you click on the spell book, it actually opens up and it lists all the spells with hyperlinks.
A spell book.
It's a big,
Okay.
hefty spell book.
All right, cool. I'll just put that in my inventory.
What?
Yep, I'll take a look at it. I assume it's Aradel's spell book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at least one of them. Like I said, this one has high-level spells in it and a ton of them, so it's probably very likely was one of his primary spell books, even, or maybe a copy of the one he primarily used.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he wasn't here when he turned into a demi-lich, so presumably he had another one. But
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing with liches. A lot of times they'll just keep spell books stashed around in lots of different places so that they can
Yeah.
reform it. And if you lose your spell book, you just go grab a different one. And yeah, so what are you guys planning to do next for my next session to prepare? Do you guys have any idea?
We have that.
Have we found all the places where we thought there was a soul gem capture device thing? Did we do all those
I
now?
don't
I forget.
think
I think
there's
there's one in like the
there
first
might
town,
be. You
maybe.
think there might be one in Haldoon, which you've never been to?
Oh, okay.
You've gotten all. You think you've gotten all of them in the cities you have been to, though.
So maybe we
All
should
right,
go
let's head
there.
there
I don't
then.
know.
Okay,
Sure, let's do that.
so I'll plan for you guys to try to head to Haldoon.
Where can we get more XP?
Oh, and then I guess in terms, so if you guys were like discussing amongst yourselves about it, Eisenroll will suggest to Shazra that perhaps, like he thinks that Aradel was like a very like paranoid person, and that his thought on why Aradel would have made something specifically to like be able to fight Pedriarch is just because he was worried that Pedriarch might betray him.
Mm-hmm.
Or possibly he'd been planning to betray Pedriarch himself. He did betray me after all. Like, it's not too much of a
Mm-hmm.
stretch to think he would also betray Pedriarch.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, that's just Eisenroll's thoughts on it. There might have been more ways to get the information.
Do
Like,
we know if Aradel was loyal to Pedriarch until he died, or what was up with that?
you're not sure.
Hmm.
As far as you know, he was. It seemed like, I mean, you guys talked to him a little bit, I think, in the astral plane, right?
Yeah.
Not much though, but it seemed like he was still like working towards the same goal,
All right.
but just in a kind of a weird, deranged way, maybe. Like
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
seemed like he had gone kind of insane from being trapped in the astral plane as a.
So with the statue, we just need it present for it to do its thing.
Just to have it within 100 feet of him,
Oh,
Okay, that's
okay.
easy.
and if you just bring it with you, he gets 4 negative levels just for it being there.
All right, that's something.
I will also say you think that there might be some other stuff within the spell book as well, like besides just spells. It looks like there's like a few like notes in there, like
Mhm.
research notes maybe,
Oh, okay.
where it seems like he was also kind of like studying up on some of the same stuff you've heard about what Pedriarch's doing, about like basically some insight into them. Like, well, we need to make these soul gems, and we need to get people, volunteers or otherwise, to if we use souls, we can perhaps like use those souls as food for making a new world.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, you do see something in there as well where he's saying that he's not sure if he wants to specifically be in charge of it or let Pedriarch do it, because obviously you have having more control over creating that new world is preferable, but there is some danger involved where if it's disrupted while you're doing it, it can cause like a backlash effect.
Okay.
So maybe it's better to just let Pedriarch do it and take more of the risk if something goes wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like kind of in like a page near the back of the spell book where he's speculating on it and kind of writing his notes to collect them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that'll wrap up this session. So I'll prepare. I'm gonna assume you guys are gonna probably try to make your way to Halden next.
Yep.
And prepare with that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
And next session will be in April, I believe, April 3rd.
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything going on April 3rd, so I should be good for that. Hopefully everybody else is. If not, let me know.
All right.
But yeah, that'll be the plan for now.
All right. Sounds good.
All
Thank
right.
you for your game.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Thanks, see you, Pluto.
Yeah. I'll see you guys
Have a good
later.
night.
Yeah.
Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Night.